congratulations. Welcome. We're watching From Fish Africa Live. We are here at the Rawa International Airport. And we are here at the Rawa International Airport, where citizens in the normal uh, uh, are here to welcome the political leader. And so we are here bringing you live coverage. Today having to be the arrival of former President George Weah and the citizen here in the numbers are here to welcome the leader. But a moment earlier they were tear gassed by the Liberia National Police. But tension has subsided at the moment.
Earlier on, we got at the airport, we saw only after we saw with a huge crowd. Okay, that's right. That's right. They have, the cover holders. Yeah. You from York, you know they have the black hat. They can get them from. Yeah.
So there's a heavy state security presence here at this moment. There's a huge state security presence here at this moment.
Members of the joint security and Indian common view making sure that
and so instead of Palestine,
bringing you live coverage.
assembling at the entrance of the airport, told that Iran airport is a no-go zone. About security I warned that no Palestinians assembled at the entrance of the airport. They are placed them at the intersection where the road leading to Habel and the road leading to the airport. Right in that intersection, that's where they are being placed. And so no Palestinians will be there at the airport to welcome. So the former president will have to get from the airport, reach this spot. It's a whole long stretch. I think you can see this the airport there. So it's a whole long stretch for the president to see his strategy.
Police officers making it back to if the radio station is being powered here in this from providing healthcare services and the education today on scholarship schemes.
So we'll take a break to be back. We're going to do some adjustment of that. at the moment, Khan Abel still here at the Rawa International Airport. A moment earlier, there was a scuffle between the police and partisans. Police threw tear gas and pepper spray the crowd, and so for now things come under control. We want to get word from the police, especially since security of the CDC. They are negotiating with the police. I don't know where exactly the conversation is, but they are negotiating. They are negotiating with the police. So, state security officer and the party security staff. So what I'm telling you is that the party security personnel, they are negotiating with the police to move closer to the airport, instead of this point that is much farther from the airport. But again, high up, demanding that no Palestinians reach at the airport. So negotiation, I think it's a fail. Negotiation have failed. Officers are mad. You can see them. They are pissed off because this is now where they want the Palestinians to be placed. This fire, this almost more than a 15-minute walk from the airport, from the entrance of the airport. And so there's so much fire. And so Palestinians want to be much closer to the airport, but state security officers are demanding, they are insisting that Palestinians made it. Palestinians should remain at the intersection. This is the point where the road to the left goes to Habel and the one on the right goes to the airport. So it's just somehow a roundabout here at this point, and so it's very very far. Palestinians reach out, but I can safely say that all negotiations between the party security and the state security officer failed. So we don't know when may happen. We don't know when may happen because if also the party security are doing their very best to calm their supporter. Yeah, to calm their supporter. It's not easy to control CDC Palestine, but the party security are doing all best to put things under control because for them they want to go to the entrance. If they can be in the fence, they want to get at the entrance of the fence. So they want to go. They want to go. So for the party security are urging them to behave, to put things under control. You can see another star here from the UK, Yaya Sisse, putting his Palestine under control. And so there's still negotiation. Hey, what's up, man? There's still negotiation taking place. But as it stands, there's no go zone, absolutely no go zone to the entrance of the Rao International Airport. There's no go zone. Police have asked that nobody, no partisan goes around the airport. Yeah, so where Parisans are right now is about 15 minutes from here to the entrance of the airport. And so it's kind of a hard to do thing for them. They want to go, they want to move in. What by force or by any means they want to move, they want to get to the airport. If not in the fence, but they want to get at the airport at the entrance to welcome their political leader. But it's not the case. The police requesting that nobody dare to go at the entrance or around the airport. So I'm turning my camera again. You see, it's a long stretch. The only people you see are the police officer and other cars that are moving going up point. But Palestine denied from going to the airport. So there's a long stretch, and it's somehow 15 minutes walk from where Palestine are to the airport. So that is that is the look of things right now as we speak. Heavy police person here. Very heavy police person here. Very heavy police there. Okay, 102. We have seen 102. 102. 102. 102 is here. Okay, 102. 102. Also female. Squatting. So we also famous. Me too. Why? Timon does not have a good history of CDC. And so every time his presence always frightens partisans of CDC. Let me see how you play. His presence always frightens partisans of CDC. He has a very, very bad history of CDC. Yeah.
National road.
Why you calling it road? So security putting things on control. Partisan always Yeltsin presence is always fighting Partisan. Let listen to Yeltsin Freeman.
We're all appearance. We're brothers. We're sisters. We're family. And he's giving our chance to have a war with My dear brothers and sisters, we are here together. We are appearance. We are all appearance. We don't want to see anybody getting hurt. We are here all because of your safety. I understand in the morning, there was some issues that happened here this morning. I come to say, we can fix it. We can fix it. I'm going in with your leadership. I'm going to identify a place. I'm going to identify a place in there. And we'll come back for you and take you there where you can just go drop yourself. When your political leader come in the country, he will stop there and wave to all of you and speak to you all. I don't want all people to all on the road like this. Yeah? Look, understand, gentlemen, that we are all family. We are all appearance. We will do so, we will done accordingly. I wish you all good days. Thank you.
Insisting that he and some party officials will go and scout a particular area for Partisan to go and meet their leader. So we look forward to see where will the police designate for Partisan. So Fremont, Fremont, that's the Inspector General for Operation. Nelson Fremont there, along with Adu Kane and other parties stalwarts, moving forward to scout a designated area where Partisans will go to meet their leader. So, like I said, it's a 15-minute walk from the airport to where Partisans are currently positioned at that moment. So, a new place would give the Partisans a good feeling wherein you will welcome the leader. The moment he leaves the airport terminal, they will welcome him.
Men are born for
Okay. Now the police officers are paying that much. They will
It's a huge, very huge presence of state security officer. As a matter of fact, John Security, yeah, the immigration, fire service, police, they're all here, beefing up the force of the police.
Oh yeah, so we keep after each other. We all gotta be, online. Wow.
So, okay, yes. Police are going ahead to designate an area where the Palestine will be placed. So we look to see what aspect going to be suitable for them as another thing. So
So we want to say to Alfred Money.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are watching from. Thank you for joining us on the Late Night Exchange. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my computer. Okay, I think that should be okay a little bit. The table is a little rocky, so thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient. This is the Nightly Exchange, and you can find us on Liberia Watch News on YouTube and Facebook. Please do me a favor, guys. Go to your YouTube and your Facebook, subscribe, like, share, and come back here. Comments. Forgot about comments, and come back here too. Tell me today, Amy, you are not doing well. Amy, you're too loud. Amy, you're not loud. Amy, you're whatever you want to say to me. Don't just remind me how my head is big. I already know it. Don't tell me, okay? Tell me everything else that I don't know. But no, it's a serious note. Thank you for coming. And come back here. Let's talk about the good, bad, and ugly about Liberia. Yeah. Please come back. Please share and come back here and let's talk. Let's talk. Let's exchange. This is the night, and we are exchanging thoughts and ideas. So it's called the what? Night of Exchange. See what I did there? Go and come back and let's do this. Engage with us. Don't have us saying here about ourselves and just talking to ourselves. Okay? Comment. If you're too shy to come and join us, which we invite everybody to come on and join us and talk about Liberia. If you are truly a lover of Liberia, right? Join us and talk about Liberia. Let's talk about the one we know. We don't know it all. Okay? And our mouths are not the Holy Bible or Quran or whatever. But we're here giving our thoughts and our views on how our country should go. And, talking about some things that we see happening, and good things and bad things, to point it all out. So please join us to do that in the comment section on here. Do that. We are here. This is a safe space, not for a special political party or a special group of people. It's for anybody who wants to come on and run their mouth, like me, like the rest of the guys. So do that, okay? Before the guys come on, we have a lot to unpack today. I am so exhausted about a lot of things in Liberia and the thought process of our people. Some of them, and our leaders and everybody else, and the ones that support these people who say they're doing it for the country, they are talking for the country and stuff. Because nowadays I don't really know who is truly talking for Liberia. Especially if you're a politician, you got an interest in running for something, or someone there and something's not right. I just have it, like, from the things I hear people say and do, it just baffles me. And it all comes from a selfish place to me. And those are the kind of people our people listen to, right? Those are the popular and well-known people that don't listen to people like Amy. Nobody know Amy. Amy said I in her little corner. So we try to change the narrative. We try to do that, but will our people ever listen to us because we don't have big positions? We are not big names that are known in the country. That's the thing. Like the people, the ones who truly try to talk, who try to speak for the country, who people like us who don't want any position, right, in the country, they don't want to run to be senator or whatever and think, or to have any beef with anybody, so we want to lie and say things are happening or when not happening or this, that. They don't listen to people like us too much. Maybe they do a little, but not too much. But the ones who are really doing it for their own selfish interests and claim, for the Liberian people, just for one example, right? A few months ago, we had a group of people telling the Liberian people how they were suffering, how they were hungry, and things were high, prices were up, prices were this. And then when the president went ahead and tried to drop the rice prices, cut fuel storage price down 35 cents. The same people that pretended to be speaking for the Liberian people, to be concerned for the Liberian people that things were high on them, those were the same people, guess what? They flipped sides. They started to talk for the business people. Oh, why would you just go tell a businessman to just only his goose? The businessman will not be doing this. That is not good. This is not that. As if anybody told them that's what happened, right? Just because they were just exposing themselves that all of these things that they come on here to tell the Liberian people all the time, that they are fighting for them. It is never for them. It is only being used for propaganda to make themselves look good. But it is never about Liberia. Never. Because if I came in and told you that I was talking for the Liberian people, that things prices were bad, they were high, it was this, and then the president brought it down, or somebody who have the authority to do that, I should be excited, right? And be, celebrating. But the same person who came and said, "Well, advocating for that." Because I thought it won't happen, right? So that's why I came acting like I was a big advocate for it. So because, when they're doing these things, because they feel like, there's no way it can happen. So let's go poison the people's minds. But then when it happened, they flip the channel, flip on the other side. Then I came and said, but why are you doing this to the business? But why do I care about the business people at this point? Yes, I want people to make money. Yes, I want to, but I don't think, and I don't believe that any person would just go tell a business person they do this as if they were giving the money to them to do that business. Say, I don't care if you lost money or not. That's not true. So these are some of the things that some of us see, and it was like, yeah, it is just all about what I can get when you hear these people talking. It's not, and some of these people who were making the case that people were suffering are people that was just there 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago. What did you do? You came in telling people, say other people lied to come to power, that you are doing so well, and they lied to the people. Why would I be? Do I look like a fool to you? Why would I be enjoying, like doing so well under a government? Then somebody can lie to me, say, "Oh, Amy, guess what? You're not enjoying it. You're suffering. You know that." I'm like, "Oh, you know what? You got a point. Yeah, this is not enjoyment. That you let me go move the government. It doesn't make any sense, right?" So if it was really true that Amy was enjoying, and you came and lied to Amy, that enjoyment, will it just disappear in 1.5 years? Is that what's gonna happen? Or that enjoyment will still continue for a certain time before it disappeared? So you see what we're talking about? These are some of the people, these are the people that are telling us to give George Weah second term to come back to office. And this is what we keep advocating for. Shooting kids, God forbid, because if it happens, our country suffers, right? Shooting kids, God forbid. Joseph Boakai failed. Shooting kids, he fails. We should be looking for somebody else. Not going back. What are we going back for? Go back to the same suffering that we were out of and we wanted to get out of, and put Joseph Boakai there, and he didn't do, God forbid, he didn't do well. Then we said, oh, let's just go back to that, as if there's nobody else there. We tried Weah before. Well, what is it that we never, I mean, when people never tried him before, when they didn't know what he was about, it was every time. But now we've seen it. What, to come back and finish what the damages, the cost that got this government suffering? Is that what we want to go back to? I don't think so. We would rather look for some. We haven't given other people the chance yet. We haven't given people like Alexander Cummings. We haven't given people like Tawan Gonglo or other 1 million Liberians. Okay? We haven't given those people a chance yet. So why would we want to go back to George Weah? What are we looking for? What George Weah couldn't do, left us with almost $2 billion out of debt, and there's nothing to show for it. Time for a campaign. They started doing these small little projects that they didn't finish. Now, when Joseph Boakai came and tried to finish those projects before he started, so the place gave the place a good face lift. Before he started doing it, and everywhere we turn, we are project. So what are we going back to? These are some of the things, and what I say in Liberia today is sickening me to the stomach. Is even more sending my reaffirm my conviction about not getting this guy anywhere near power again. Maybe Weah is not so much of a bad person, but the people that want to leash off of his popularity, that are creating chaos every day in the country, among our people, it is ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. But for now, let me bring in. Thank you guys for joining us, Junior. Mawela, Newer, Milton. Thank you guys for joining us. And for all of you who I'm not seeing, I appreciate you too. Please comment. Please share the show, guys. And let me see in the back, guys. Got Alex. Let me bring on Alex right now. Welcome, Alex. How are you?
Thank you so much for bringing me on. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, bless God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So say hi to the people.
Let me say hi to you guys. And what's on my mind right now is what I saw today. The sedition, display or demonstrate. Yeah. Sorry. What it demonstrated today was totally wrong. And
we're getting into that. Just give your
come again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let me say, guys, please share the live, share it, and we're going to go into a lot of depth today. We're going to go into details today, and that's it. You mute. You mute.
Yeah, sorry, I was giving you time to talk, to lament like me. And let me put something in the comment section. And I was people are trying to call me for the link and stuff. So let me put this in the comment section. Yeah, we about that. That's what I was talking about. Also, the frustration in me about that, and seeing a certain group of people, Liberians, and trying to act like your country don't matter every day is individual who that matters. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating, and I'm exhausted. I'm over it, and I don't want to. I don't know, but yeah, we will get into that, and then we'll also get into the thing about the senators going to Nima County, to meet up with as Tata Mittal, Liberia, all of that. We're gonna get into it also, and the Nima County senator being outraged about it, and yeah, so we will. While we have everybody else join us. So how was your weekend? Tell the people what's going on. Here we'll tell you what's on your mind. What do you want to talk about? You tell them without getting into our topic, all of what I've already named.
Yeah.
And
my weekend been
we'll keep shaking today. I'm sorry, y'all.
My weekend been good, and I'm doing pretty good. And so, like a lot of things on my mind, like mostly right now, we have one of our brother who passed away in a RAF in the US. He make like 6 days in America, and he passed away. So,
wow.
So sympathy to his his wife and his family. I try
So
to
he
sound.
just moved to the US, or he went from
Yes, this guy just moved to the US. Last year he won a DV. He got married last year. He graduated from the University of Liberia as well, and hoping to come to the US to live the American dream. And unfortunately, things table turn around. So I would say, a condolence to the family and his wife that he left behind. He came along with his wife, and both of them are very new. So yeah, so that's it. And another thing is, we're noticing that our country, we within the diaspora, people may be thinking that we don't love Liberia, but I will be honest, we do love Liberia. So that's why we need to speak against the drugs issue, drugs, and then one thing on my mind is the rape allegation that was placed on the deputy minister for the the Ministry of Youth and Sport. So it's actually sad, and we're going to talk about that in depth. We're going to discuss that as well, because it could be my daughter, it could be my relative, but we shouldn't take that as a politics. So we should look at and see whether it's political or not. So these are the things that are actually on my mind as well.
Well, we talked about that before. We talked about it. I did something last week.
Yes. Okay.
It's not. I mean, I know people
I was not there.
It's trying to play politics out of it, but it's not politics. It's a serious issue, and
okay.
And the laws are there as well. As much as we wanted to be speedy, and you also have the laws there, right?
Yes.
And I hear a lot of people saying that with other rape cases, suspects were arrested right away and in prison and there before they did try. And I thought that was stupid. And they thought somebody said that was the law. I said, there's no way that can be the law. You cannot just get accused, which a lot of people lie. Yes, I'm a woman. I'm not getting raped. There are a lot of people who have been lied on about that. So nobody should just get up and say this person raped me. And there's no way in this case I'm saying that this little girl is lying, right? But we still have to be cautious about the way we go about these things and not. I mean, it's hard to not put your emotion into it, but be a little careful, right? That the right thing is done because he is a family man as well.
Exactly.
If he's guilty of the crime, damn that family man nonsense, right? He
Right.
should get locked up and that key should be thrown away because that is like his daughter. But God forbid, if he did not do it and he got, you know, lied on and you just play with his life like that, that's not a good thing either. So
Exactly.
that's why we always have to be careful and the laws are there. They have to investigate, they have to do all of these things instead of somebody because somebody's sitting there on a platform and say, oh, arrest him now, or he did it or something. No, we shouldn't be like that with it as well. So we kind of came up with that. Sure, Bore.
Yes, ma'am.
Bore,
It
get
make,
a
it make me
basket.
feel, what if the shades are on my face and I'm playing?
Yeah. But the
Welcome.
problem is,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm protecting my eyes from the prolonged light.
Yeah, me too. I
My
do.
eyes don't do well with light, so the longer I stay looking through the camera in the light, my eyes
And
hurt.
it's sad. It's sad because my eyes started doing that too. Like when I'm looking at the screen, it's like getting blurry. And even especially when I have to be screening myself to read is ridiculous. And it happened a lot. So yeah, you have to protect your eyes. So tell us, Ray man, what's going on? What's in your mind?
Liberia, as always, mother's land, a place endowed with so much riches. We have marine species because of our mangrove swamp, while other countries' marine species have been depleted. We
Mm,
attract the marine animals to come and lay their young in our mangrove swamp, and so we can find them in our waters. We have so much natural resources to mention the iron ore, the gold, the diamonds, the timber that has been mined in our country since. Who can say when?
I think
Yet,
so too.
most of our roads, I will let the Liberian people know we're not engineer and design. Some of the roads we plow on today that we call car roads were the roads used by logging companies to go into the forest and get out the timbers. And later we start using them. Our
Really?
university, the state-owned university, cannot be compared to many community college in other developed countries.
Mhm.
Yet, years of mining, years of taking our natural resources, our leaders haven't done as much. Today we have legislators who, after every 3 years, will get brand new cars, and yet they want more of the national cake because they say they got more people to take care of. But what if the national cake was such that they didn't have to come to your office to get a portion of? What the citizens could sit at their homes through basic services that government should provide can reach them that they don't have to pay. But this is the country we have, and we have so much love for our country. So we'll keep talking until we find ways and means to improve the living condition of our people. That's why we are here.
Thank you, Remy. So, I want to respond to this brother because I was saying something. I don't know what part of it that he didn't understand that he got to put my daughter into this. But let me go over it again. Okay. I don't know what you think I said here that you're telling me to stop saying, but I'm not going to stop saying what I said. Let me reiterate. Maybe you didn't hear me right. I never said that anyone should walk away for rape. Junior David, listen and listen well. This is why I said we need to get our emotion out of these things and talk about it in something. This man, why I'm a female, like you said, and then why I'm against rape, and why as a female I also have a daughter. And God help me, God forbid, I would be outraged as well. But in the meantime, there are laws, right? I would want to kill that man if it's true something like that happened to my daughter, God forbid. But will the law be on my side for me to do that? No. So why, this is what I'm saying, why we also want people who rape to pay for that crime. I also said that there need to be proper investigation to make sure those people are really guilty. You over there, Junior, somebody can just get up and lie on you and say you raped them. Would it be okay if somebody just grab you and put you in jail without investigating? I'm not saying this lady, this little girl is lying on this man. All I'm saying is that we have to wait for the police to investigate properly, for them to get the right person, and not just anybody that just said, "Oh, this person did this to me." They should be arrested and just put into prison without proper investigation. That's what I said. I don't know what's on there that make that sound weird to you, with me as a woman saying, or with somebody who have a daughter saying. I don't know, but I hope you understood it better now.
So, Amy, let me just chip in if I may.
Yeah,
And that's where we need to take this opportunity to educate our Liberian people. Too many times, people are accused in the public of stealing and they are beaten to death. That's
right.
a jungle
Justice.
and irrational way of dealing with crimes. Not because someone is accused or it seems like the person committed a crime means they are guilty. Under our law, the presumption is everyone is innocent until proven by a competent court of jurisdiction. I mean, our court have the ability to adjudicate that case with the knowledge, the laws, and everything gave the court that authority. That's when people are guilty. But when Liberian people make someone guilty only because the person was accused, that tells you you are part and parcel of Liberia's problem. And our law says before someone is even charged, there must be probable cause. Liberian people, please pay attention. And probable cause means there are enough evidence that when they take to court, that person is enough to make that person guilty in the court. It takes money. It takes time to take a case before a court.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberian government spends money. So should the Liberian government just say, anybody that is accused, rape is a serious crime. I got a daughter. But I want a wrong man go to jail because my daughter was molested? No, I want the actual person. And the police are kept conducting an investigation. There are CCTV footage at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. I'm sure they're going to look into that. Have they looked into it? They did not see the girl entering the men's office. Liberian people, let's start thinking. 2, the girl was never caught in the presence of the men. According to the girl's father, she was thrown on a motorbike trying to go home. And he went home. He asked the girl multiple times. She could not confess. It took other people's intervention. When he took the girl to the hospital, it was established that the girl was afraid of her father. Any information gathered when you use duress or pressure from a victim, that information is questionable. So have the police established some of those things and they're trying to find out beyond those things? Liberian people, let's be patient, yeah? Investigation and not quick. See, Liberian can say quick bust trousers. Nobody here to support someone who committed a crime. We want a country that is law abiding. But also, we do not want the wrong person going to jail only because of an allegation. Allegations can be true, they can be lies. So let's take it 50-50 and allow the police do their job.
Okay, Chairman Roma, let me say this. I just saw the comment that somebody just, what she just pinned there. The person said that the person need to be beyond by while investigation go around. No. Allege is different from when they catch a person right-handed. If they catch a person right-handed,
I think that's what they are messing up.
That the person need to be beyond by while investigations go around. But allegedly, if it's just, Alexander Peters, your name was called that you raped somebody, go for that. Alleged. They're just saying it. So I don't need to be beyond bar. Investigation got to go on thoroughly before they put me beyond bar. So we need to understand the two
I
sides.
think they're messing it too up because when you catch the person in an act, of course,
yes,
the person needs to be behind bars.
Yes.
There's no question to that.
But if the
What else
person
you
was
need? The
not
person was
touched
caught
in
in
the
an
act,
act.
when the father make a statement that prompt them. He said, "Oh, she was scared. That's why she's scared. That why she scared of him." No. So someone may say the father even knows of what's going on.
The other person taking the discussion to a whole different level.
Okay.
What does this have to do with a rape case?
Why did the police put the former speaker in jail? You know, we will talk about that.
No, but let's use this same logic. On the day of the fire, President Bouakai said investigation will go on. How long did it take before the former speaker got charged? This former speaker went to the police station multiple times, gave statement, and went home. Before the police thought they had enough information to charge him to court. And that's when he was arrested. So that's a good example he gave. So once the police get enough information on this case, the culprit or the accused would be arrested. Nobody here say the men are guilty. None of us say that. So please learn to listen and listen well.
You need to learn how to listen. No, but me, as opposed to support somebody who read, you're out of your mind. But in that scene talking, like I've seen these things happen a lot of time. And I'm not saying in no way this is a minor, right? I'm not saying in no way, because why would that girl even just be brave to say his name, right? Something can be going on there. It could be statutory rape, right? It may not be forceful, but investigation still needs to go to happen before you.
Amy, if it's statutory rape, that is condemnable. If that's the case, I, for one, will condemn it and will use this opportunity to urge every male who have reached adolescence or other.
Oh, man, of that. If you go
so not temper with people, young children, not because you're able to convince them. It's still unlawful. And if you caught in the act, you should be punishable harshly by the law. So even if that is statutory rape, I will condemn the culprit in the strongest term and will want him to bear the full weight of the law.
Absolutely.
So statutory rape is not an excuse.
It's not. I wasn't giving an excuse. I said,
no, I'm just saying. I'm just using that to educate the public.
Just saying, why would a girl even say, even if it, to say, yeah, something happened there, because why would she be brave to say his name? If nothing that happened, maybe it may not have been forceful. It may be statutory, which is still a crime for an old man like that with a little girl like that. So the investigation still need to happen, right? That's what I'm saying. And so let's move on. So there you go. We noticed that. Oh, I had a video. I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it. And as the boss, Prince C. Johnson, his house was caught on fire. Now, allegedly, they said it was some guys that did it, and luckily for him, fire service showed up. Let me look for my red up. The video, I had it somewhere. Well, I can't find this when I save it. Raymond, did you know anything about that? The story, if you read about it, you can.
Well, I really never followed it much, but I saw a post on Facebook indicating that Prince C. Johnson, the former Army Chief of Staff and currently NSA boss, Oswald Carter. But if I have to speak to that, that's something we really need to investigate and get a culprit. Even though we know now that we have people in jail and investigations going on for the Capitol building. But it didn't start with the Capitol building. I remember, what's his fellow name? He used to be with the Unity Party at the time, 20-something election. And he later worked for President Weah. He's a journalist. His house got gutted. And he said he got threats from CDC in 20-something before his house caught fire. His name is slipping my mind. And we even heard the likes of Sir Joseph say CDC held CDC liable for the home burning. We saw similar thing with the former speaker. Look, in Liberia, they say, where you see smoke, there's fire. The same CDC talk. I mean, what his name, one of the representatives talked about burning down the Capitol building before, and the Capitol building got burned. We heard him talking about burning the airport. And today, Frank Johnson's house is burned. I'm not going to say they're the one, but I'm going to say there are too many things happening in society that keeps pointing to them. So I want the security apparatus to do thorough investigation. That's how our country will be safe. People can be lying in their homes and there'll be an arsenal attack where their doors are locked because there's armed robbery. And before they can get out, sometimes they lose their lives. Thank God he didn't lose his life.
Right.
But if such a top-notch security person who can be gutted and is alleged is arsenal attack, who's not vulnerable?
Who is not? Yeah, that's what I said.
So that's why the country and all the security apparatus, the government has to take this serious. Other than that, the country isn't safe. If the country isn't safe, the government should be held liable for not being able to protect its citizens. So we want to urge the national government and all the security apparatus to dig deep and find the culprits and let them pay for their crimes and put a stop to this indecent behavior.
Oh, thank you. Alex, you want to come in? Oh, where is he? Go ahead.
So, concerning for Prince C. Johnson, I think that's it. How's that God brain? And the thing is, Liberians, my advice to we Liberians, we need to stop everything, need to stop when it comes to politics. You know, the moment you doing your job to feed out or because you're working for this government, so they will witch hunt you, they will look for you, they will find names. So, you know, the only thing I got to say here is investigation need to go on. They need to try the possible best. I don't know. I'm not seeing your video just freeze.
You not seeing who?
The video freeze. What about your video? Yeah, they just freeze.
Maybe it's your internet.
So we can see you. Just go ahead. The fact that we can see you, the audience can see you.
Yes. So that's it. One thing we need to call the Liberian Fire Service investigator to do a proper investigation and know what's going on, what went wrong, and that's it. That's what I got to say concerning about that issue.
Thank you. Yeah, this is I think that I thought this was something that becoming the norm because maybe people haven't seen, you know, the Capitol building suspect being, you know, behind bars, yeah, but they're still passing around calling themselves they were tortured, they were this, that, but then go to the hospital, they refusing to do, you know, a certain exam. I don't get it. Like, why would you people getting money in that country that we call Liberia is very hard. And then people ready to build their homes, and you just take what a second or hours to put it on fire because of whatever reason. What is being saying is something like alleging that people thought he was keeping national security documents in there, and whoever's trying to get rid of stuff like that, that will go in there. It's scary. It's a scary situation. And his family was in that home, or people were there with him. What if someone was to get hurt? Then what? So I mean, people's lives are no longer important to people because of politics, because of political leaders, and I don't really know what's really behind this thing, but according to what we are hearing, if that is the reasoning, the women said the government or the security apparatus really need to take a serious, or they really need to take this seriously, because if they don't, it will continue to happen, and we see that in Liberia all the time. And so we need to take that something, and then we go to
All right. I mean, I was just able to recollect. It was Smith Toby. And Smith Toby was on live where he spoke.
Oh, okay. This press something, right? Something
Yes,
about
Smith Toby. And he later on worked for President Weah. And we saw the same thing when the former speaker was accused for being aligned with the president. His horse got fired, and later he fell in line. So who knows? Some intimidation tactics.
Yeah.
I got no evidence to that. I'm just
It's just the pattern that we
making
follow.
some assumption based on the pattern.
It's just a pattern that we chasing here. So
We'll call it logical conclusions, eh?
So
Or
are we
logical.
going to talk about what happened today? Are we starting out concerned about the
hold
CDC?
on, brother. Don't jump into that. Hold on, we'll get there. Hold your horses. We're going about topic to topic. So we first going to talk about this NEMA issue with the lawmaker. Let's start with this first. Senator Nyan Twine. Let's start with his allegation first. That would be our last topic. To make this. Or should we talk about it? Let's talk about it. MCC first. Raymond. No. We keep this. So Senator Nyan Twine had some problem with his colleagues, right? They went to his county, NEMA County, without his concern. Oh, without him, well, the way they went there, I guess that's what he had a problem with. But I'm pretty sure this is their function to, these visits and stuff. But it should be done in the right order, and I think it wasn't, in his opinion or in his let's get this straight. Sorry, I'm trying to put this up here. And so we can watch this video before we continue with this discussion. Okay, there we go. They gave me y'all. Yo, who's that? JJC with the whole something thing. There you go. Now let's play.
From Monrovia. In NEMA County here to have meeting with Asolo. I came to Ganta last night and met several lawmakers from Monrovia. In NEMA County here to have meeting with Asolo Mita. When in fact Asolo Mita is supposed to be in Monrovia having meeting with the Ministerial Committee on Concession to discuss their operation and an additional investment package that is coming for Liberia through other companies. Asolo Mita bail out on that. Instead, they call lawmakers to honor that meeting. I wrote a communication to the Senate. Asolo Mita is currently undergoing scrutiny and hearing. As a matter of fact, they are still on oath. Asolo Mita have the guts to call other senators and representatives to undermine the ongoing hearing that I wrote the Liberian Senate for, because they don't want to do the right thing. I grew up right here in Bunani. I'm fishing all year. I wore all along the tree. Because of the concession in Ikepa and Yame and everywhere, our people cannot farm anymore. The train track took most of our fertile land and destroy our rivers, our water, and our farm. So we must be able to benefit from the companies.
If anybody knows what's in the house that used to be in Bunadi is no more. The house I was born and raised in Bunadi. Tree we kala on year we are tree la we are. I get to be zonge ko same ovu yiba. You cannot have the kind of horrible condition where people living in London, in Paris, enjoying the fruit of our labor, enjoying the iron ore from our soil at the expense of our people. That's the reason why y'all can hear me on the Meta State thing. Not only because I'm senator of Nimba County, but because I am a direct victim of Lamco and Meta State operation. The iron ore we got in Igepa, it only got 25 to 30 more years. You know how many years Meta State want to operate? They want 25 or 30 more years, so they can just wipe everything and go sit down by themselves. Then we got nothing to show. But as long as you people were able to elect me as your senator, it will never happen. It will never happen. The only way it will happen until a senator do all the things they're supposed to do 25 years ago, they do it now and promise the future will be bright before we can allow them to mine here again. Their time will be finishing in 2030. As long as God gave me life to breathe, Accelerator will not be renewed until they do the right thing for all the benefit from the company.
I've lived for 40 years before realizing there are so many life hacks. First, let me teach you one today. First, squeeze some toothpaste into this pot.
Yes, sir. My video didn't always come with extracurricular activities. But yes, guys, we listen to the senator. What do you guys think? Let's start with you,
we're in the
Alex.
darkness and we can't see the person's face. We don't know whether.
Let's start with you
I
guys.
suggest that anyone coming on the show, they need to come with light so we can know who's who on the show.
He's coming. He's just coming. His camera. Let's go ahead. Let's start with you, Alex.
I listened to the senator speaking. Concerned about action on matter. You know, that company been in that country for years, decades, and they've been getting more than rich. But every government comes, they have different contract, different things to talk. I hope the senator, what he's saying is from his heart. Sometimes they can go talk when they're not getting the brown envelope to make the citizen feel that they actually for them. But when the brown envelope comes, you will not see that senator to that place. The same man I was talking different thing, he will never talk. They need to stand for the fact that our gold, our diamonds, our resources belongs in Liberia. Liberians need to enjoy. Our country need to enjoy. We shouldn't just be a slave to another people that came from different country and they took over our money. So I hope what he's saying is that when their terms end, before they can renew their terms, they have to implement what was put on the ground. I hope that will work. If so, let's see. That's what I have to say.
Thank you. Right, I do agree with the senator too, and I don't know what's going on, but with the visit, but Raymond, come in.
So yeah, in response, the Legislative Joint Committee on Mineral Development Agreement responded to him. So his allegations, to an extent, were true, but they said that they went on an oversight visit to assess on what was going, fact finding and the likes. But as he said, it's courtesy. He's the senator of that place. When you go in his place, just give him a courtesy notice. We're going in your place to meet these people. But times will add numbers. That's how these concession years influence our lawmakers. We've heard this thing over and over again with the brown envelopes. And most of these people, I don't know whether they got conscience or what lies under their rib in their chest. For heaven's sake, man, you are Liberian. Look at Nima County. That's why I don't understand when people talk about the good old days.
Right.
What is to show? That big mountain of iron ore, is vanishing gradually. And people only talk about the Yanko, Lekipa, and others. I get sick and tired of hearing those good old days. Only you, your family, and those who could work benefited. What about the people who from the villages? What all this mining that have developed the rest of the world, having developed the places where minerals are taken from, and people feel comfortable. I hear people many times talking about the good old days, how they live Yekepa, and you know how small Yekepa is? I hear people talking about bone mines.
Mm-hmm.
How can you be that selfish because you benefited from the mining concession? How many persons benefited? And I hear Yantuan argument for the by and large society.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it should be. So I hope he can champion this. And I hope all our lawmakers can take the same spirit of fighting for the people in showing that these people who sign agreements with us can live up to the letter of the agreement and not to cut corners and take all of the money and go develop other countries where we, the nations that those minerals come from, will remain in abject poverty.
Yeah, thank you, Raymond.
So I applaud him for this advocacy, and I hope he can continue the fight.
I do too.
And I hope other lawmakers can follow suit. We used to hear Darrell DeLong with these kind of arguments, but for some reason, it seems like he has turned cold, he tired, or whatever. So we need people like him to champion the cause of the people. We hear
this
can insult, nothing reasonable he can talk. So we need people with a spirit to fight for the people and not pretenders pretending to be advocates.
So with that, the Senate is on a break, right? And like we heard, Senator Nyanswine saying that they are on break and these things just don't happen that way without other people knowing about it, or the committee or the leadership knowing about it. So with this, can we blame other senators, even though they are on break, and these other few, I don't know how many there were, got up and went there, said they're doing oversight, and while they're on break and the leadership don't know about it, can we blame other senators? And because I mean, if they are not chiming into this because because they are on break and they are waiting to come back and they're seeing this happen? So I mean,
so I don't know the bylaws of the legislators how they should operate, but if Senator Dillon, who's already a lawmaker, can say that, we can take his word for it. So if this is wrong, if it's not fall in their scope, especially given the time frame, that they should not be on break and be doing the people business while on break at this scope, then we should, that's in itself makes it questionable. And we know that many of them, we can tell by their salary size, they make the law. We tell by how much they put 100,000 for a legislative project. We can tell by the number of vehicles they get for the 6 years they work. We can tell, you know, they say if it's cocked like a dog, the deductive theory, and look like a dog, you can be sure it's a dog. So we have to do things, we know they're all about the money. It's all about what they can gain for themselves at the expense of the people. So with all of these things pointing at them, we can make an assumption that we're not there in the people business. They were there to see what they could pocket. And at the end of the day, when they go there, they argue on behalf of ArcelorMittal, denying the people their just what they deserve justly. And so for me, I don't have all the fights, but I can draw the conclusion that they were not there doing the Liberian people business. They were there in their own interest.
Even from what the senator is saying, Raymond, he wrote a communication, right? This is a colleague fighting for something for his county, right? So what kind of oversight that you think would be in the right? It would be in the interest of the people that he would not know about it when they know he already wrote a communication against these people for not doing the right thing. What they were supposed to be doing wasn't the agreement. And then you go under him to go meet these people. I mean, I think his argument and his frustration is you know, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It makes sense, right? Because he was thinking that they would join him to fight these people for their violations. And then to his surprise, he's seen this.
But Amy, you should be aware that how to do business in the legislature is about parliamentary procedure, so it's about votes. So the concessionaires know it, and these guys, they did a committee on mining and all of that. So they're gonna go there, tell the people, say, look, don't mind the noisemakers. You can do your bidding if you know how to give the right numbers.
Right.
So now they're gonna use his fight as a means to earn money. So they go there, and no matter how much he fight, if they are able to convince many persons in the legislature with a brown envelope, ArcelorMittal still wins.
Yeah.
And instead of them doing the thing for the people where they will have to spend the money and the entire population benefit, they rather take portion of that money and put it in a few lawmakers' pockets and allow them to send those money back to the places that their hearts and interest is. Liberia is like a farm for them.
Mm.
They go and harvest what they have to harvest. In fact, they didn't plant the farm. They just go and harvest and take the crops away.
Yes,
That's what these concessionaires, they don't really care about us. They care about what we have. If we didn't have iron ore, what would ArcelorMittal be doing in Liberia? So they're not there for Liberians. So if they can cut corners and not do all of these things that their agreement require that they do for the population in the communities which they have their concession operations, they're going to cut corners.
Mm-hmm.
And we should hold our lawmakers responsible because they're the ones going there and receiving money overnight, liquidamously, and leaving the people out of it. But again, we should hold the people responsible because they vote the corrupt lawmakers because they put a little pocket chicken change in their pocket. So that's how the corruption continues. We don't vote the right people. The right people do not represent us adequately. And so the chain reaction continues.
Right.
We are left in abject poverty, even though we are rich with natural resources, but we benefit nothing from our riches. Other people come and benefit it.
Thank you. Welcome, family.
Oh, thank you very much, Emmy. It's nice being on tonight. And yeah. I just saw the link lately. I thought when I was just in the comment section, Roman and I going beyond one spineless element.
Yeah, fighting, and I put the link there, and you guys didn't see it.
No, we're not. We're just trying to.
No, I mean the link wasn't there. I had to remind you before you did.
Yeah.
Go back there, Raymond.
No, it's not. I'm there.
I didn't see it because I was thinking that we're not even coming on. So
I had to remind you before you placed it there. You forgot.
Let me go there and open it to you so I can see it.
No, but I saw you on the show because I was looking at my other phone and I saw you on the show and I was like, okay, why waste our energy on this person who was just begging for data a few days ago? Why I can't come on the show? So I just not give them any mind. But anyway, it's nice to be on here.
Was the comment? I posted it and right away after that you posted a comment. Go in there, you see it. Go all the way up.
I think I never get that problem, Amy. That's it. We accept it that way.
I'm seeing that thing right now. I'm looking at it. You talking about my network?
What time you posted it? Just show the time that it shows. Because I'm here, I can see it.
8:29.
8:29.
Call me at 9. Well, 7. Yeah, 8:29 my time. I think it was 9. 9:29.
And when you started the show, Amy?
Okay, so I started the show around. Let me see when I posted it here. Around 9 o'clock.
Wrong chat.
So
anyway,
Amy, on my phone, you posted it at 10:19.
That was the second one. That's when you call me.
No, there's no first one. I didn't see the first one here.
I didn't see the first one. I mean, maybe if the first one came in, we're all the way up.
It's right here. I'm looking at it. Go up there. Right. 9:29 your time. Go look at it.
No problem. Now, I'm happy to be here. That's what I said. I'm happy that I was able to come on. And there's a lot of things going on. And always it's good to be here. But today, I don't want to dwell too much on negative energy because too many times people think that when you come up to speak on this kind of platform, it means that there should only be negative news before you come and speak. So for us, we believe that in as much as we want the country to progress, we have to continue to dwell on those positive things. So today, the president of the Republic of Liberia had a very articulate and well and detailed presentation today, and I couldn't just feel so much overjoyed that again he's shown to the world that he's a real presidential material. And also we saw what are we doing now? Am I doing what on my mind, or
okay, we talking to our discussion, you're talking about what on your mind?
Oh, sorry. I
talk about it.
So okay, let me go to the lawmaker issue.
Yeah, we're talking about Senator Antoine and his colleagues' visitation to Nima County, but
I don't know. When I saw the list of those lawmakers that went to Nima County, Senator Yantan was professional not to even mention names. But when they think him up, everybody wanted to know who are those corporates, and then the photo came then. So we saw the photos. But this is an old age problem, Amy, to be honest with you. This is how lawmakers, imagine people leaving from all the way Western Liberia, going all the way to South. Some lawmakers are not even from that belt. And look, you cannot go into any man's territory without even giving him a notice. Say, hey, look, I'm going to your area. And we don't know one lawmaker who can just sporadically get moved all around the area saying all kind of things. We know that one person can do that. So if I see other people who are so educated, quote unquote, and going so low to go Nicodemously and to a concession company, that knowing fully well that the caucus have met and having series of discussion about enforcing or mandating them to uphold the decision, and to uphold the minimum agreement, to uphold the bilateral agreement they have had, especially on based on that social corporate responsibility. And you already listen to hierarchy of the county already speaking about not renewing that contract, to see colleagues of, and your colleagues just going there and without notice, that alone shows that there's something sinister going on, and it was necessary that he came out and to let the people know exactly that this is why things are not happening the way we wanted to happen. Because when we made a decision in the interest of Liberian people, there are people who always want to put self-interest first, or the interest of the general population of our people. And that's the reason why many at times we have things not working well in Liberia, because the axis of evil is more powerful than the children of light. They have all kind of way to travel. Why Senate will even be on vacation, on break, and you say finding way to go to Asila Mental that people already told, and the information are out there, the records are out there, they are not doing well. What they are extracting is more than what they are giving back to the county. And you see, all around the plant, even all the major areas, everything still have model roads, where there are other places in Canada and other parts of Europe, they all have pavement. But when it comes to Liberia, they say, oh, we invested 1.something billion and we invested XYZ and nothing there for our people. So I mean, it is necessary now that we all call up, let the cat out of the bag. I like how our Senator Yantuan let the cat out of the bag. Say enough of this issue. This is not the first time lawmakers doing that, but at least it is out now. Everybody know that this time nobody will be able to leave that area and just jump any other area now, because the information will be coming.
Because this came out everywhere now.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to go visit a concession company, the least you can do, as as honorable as the title is to inform people who you cannot, like Josh Weah did that. He just went to Ghana without the president even aware, and the president have to put circular out and say, "Hey, look, that's not what we know." You can't just come into another country without informing the head or authority over there that you're in the country, and you see it. So you cannot come to a county without authority in that county knowing that you're going there to go visit. At least getting a tip or getting a heads up, say, "Hey, look, we're going to visit this area." Let the person be aware. But for the person to just that you in the county and they not even know, and they go low, so that you went to meet concession company that already not in the interest,
in violation.
It clearly shows some level of honor mind and other
his efforts.
But I give it back to you, Emmy. That's like bro for us.
Mr. Davis, do you have anything to add to that?
Good evening to everybody and good morning to wherever you are. This thing is I'm not sure that when I know that everybody can go by the blind envelope, but I think they are committees, they are member of the committee of on our aspect. It's not the first time they can go from county to county, they can go to wherever their concession. Most of them
Mr. Davis, they are on break though.
Yeah, they're on break, but you can still call them back. And the president call them back.
No one's calling them back. The president did not call them back.
But any can still call them back.
Get them back. So what did they do?
They can call them back for emergency. They don't call them back for going sneaking
that whole lawmaker things I can't understand. They're not working, they're still paying their good money. They only work for a few days, then they go on break for a long time, then they come back again. They don't do nothing in a county, they don't do nothing in a territory. I don't understand what we are lawmaking it doing. The president working throughout the year. For them, they only work short time, then they make more money. So they compare that with the minister. Minister work throughout the year. Minister work throughout the year. And they say minister that's what amazing. But they just work a few days, then they go for a break. They work a few days, go for a break. When the president call them back, then they ask for bribe. How they will call you back to go where then they want them to bribe you. But anyway, like how the bill was established. So it's not something I'm gonna start now. But for me, myself will condemn the Yanto Eme.
Oh?
Yes.
Why?
Because the people you were speaking to another place to speak.
You were speaking to a constituent. So what do you mean?
You were acting like a rebel. You were acting exactly like a rebel because a rebel behavior there. The people you're speaking to, they don't have power to start accelerator metals or whatsoever. The people that have power like him, and he couldn't get power to start metals too. But you were just trying to because I can.
Who gave him the power, Mr. Davis? Who gave him the power? Who gave him the power?
That people go there. It ain't happened before. Police people in the
Who gave him the power?
Eh?
Who gave him the power?
The people gave the power, but after when they gave the power, the people that gave the power, they don't have no more power except election.
Oh my gosh. So
okay, let me just finish my own.
You heard in my head right now.
Let me say my own, say your own.
Go ahead, say your own.
Let me tell you, amen. The whole thing is confusing to a lot of people. Those constituencies you were speaking to, talking about Bonadine, all the places I know, most of the places you were talking about. Myself, the train track pass in our area. It can be shaking the more horses because most of them are more horses. When the train passing, we got train track right in my village. It can get the people go there, all sheep, everything, and pass there. Yeah, the longest.
You be joining, y'all trying to be fighting instead of you being against it.
You see, in Bon County, I never see that money they can get to go to the people there. I already riding the people. I can ride it and I'm not trying. Not trying cannot sort of do it. The people in the district, they sort of do it. And we sort of not trying sort of speak for the county as the legislators in a caucus, in a team up. But if you can't to tell the people who are not saying happy, you always say the thing happy. How long have you been senator? The people living thing. You the people living in thing. He continued before he became senator. So what time you want to speak now?
But Mr. Davis,
because he's losing popularity.
The Senate is by vote, Mr. Davis. He's the senator for the county. He has the right to stand up for his people.
That's
When
not how they
other
call
people
stand up,
are
though.
there undermining him, those are the people that hire him. Those are his employers. Those are the people he had the right to explain his position to
But
those
even
people
another
and to
level.
support him. So no, I'm telling you, I'm trying to ask you a question. So
Yeah.
why are you saying he's wrong for going back to those people? So because they voted for him, so he's just supposed to ignore them? Whatever.
The people, the first thing, the people didn't call him. He the one went to go report their said to the people their behavior to the people. This is how you're elected up. This is how we can behave. So he went to show their behavior. That's why he just go tell his people. To me, that people can do nothing because that people can go stand in front of the tree or they can't do anything that they will arrest them for several times.
Mr.
And
David,
they were put them in jail.
No,
It happened
Mr.
to Ellen
David.
Johnson time.
No, one second. Hold on, let him.
It happened to Ellen Johnson time. Ellen Johnson sent police people to the people. He said the police must use their own discretion. In the city in my county. When the people are burning the train track, I can remember it. Anytime it happened. The people say no train passing, all they want there. Ellen Johnson sent police reinforcement their truck. More than 5 different trucks they went there. So they think there, you tell the people they must go block the train track or what they must do. You get the power. You are capital baby, you get the power. You don't exercise your power. Then you go to the people in the community to tell them what thing. The people can do nothing. Only do it through vote. When time of voting, like understand the people can take action. But besides that people can take action now. The government will go after them.
Thank you. So let's start with you. Anything you wanted to talk. So you have other people blaming the vice president. I know the vice president is the vice president of the country, right? He's not a vice president for Nema County, even though he's from there. He's the vice president of Liberia. You have senators, you have representatives, and then you have 2 senators in the counties. If something like this happening, there's something wrong happening in the county, should a vice president bulldoze everybody or jump over everybody and be the one to something first, or he's working at the higher level? And these senators and representatives, are they the one who's supposed to be doing that, or is the vice president is the one that's supposed to jump over all of that and come in and take care of this first?
Thank you so much. The first thing is the vice president is not for only Nema County. He's for the whole country. He's for all the counties in Liberia. So the counties have a senator and the counties have a representative. So the vice president knows his function very well. So if the people of Nema County getting mad at him because he's from Nema and not doing what they expected him to do, no, he can jump over his function and go do another person.
So that the people of Nema County is certain people trying to, they see his potential in a county, or they see the love that his people has for him, and they are already planning for 2029. So they're trying to get votes. They're trying to divide the county. The lawmakers fighting. They're trying to put fire. They whatever. Now they're taking this now as a politics, to play politics on for the people of Nema County now to turn against the vice president. That's what I see. So it's not the people of Nema County complaining. It's people that are trying to play politics now to make it sound, like he's not for them.
Exactly.
So that's what
I will make the people of Nema County know that yes, His Excellency Jeremiah Pankun, he's still for the people of Nema. But in so doing, he's for the people of the country. He's the vice president for every county, every tribes. So whether they bring politics or not, he's a son of Nema. So those that know the important, before even him being a vice president, he's been doing well in Nema. He's been trying his best. So the politics that people trying to play against him, it will not still work. It will not work. He knows the people in Nema County knows. They know the weight of the vice president. Just come on example during the election, the senatorial elections. He stood by one person and that person won. And recently again, during the by-election of the representative, Jeremiah Kuhn stood for that person and that person won for the representative, the by-election. So they know the weight of the vice president. So all the tactics, the politics they're making, they're just doing it to waste their time against the vice president. So the people of Nema County, I will tell you, don't turn against your own son. He's your son. You have a better plan for every Liberian. Thank you.
Raymond, same question.
So before I go to that, let me just speak to Mr. Davis' point. Senator Yantuan, before he became senator, I always be speaking about the issues about ArcelorMittal not living up to a mineral agreement. And even his campaign, those were some of his campaign statements.
Yeah, he did.
And that's why they have the break to engage with their people. So he's doing the right thing. And even in these Americas and other places, lawmakers can have town hall meetings with our people. And when you're having town hall meeting with your people, you talk about the issues that you're advocating for your people about, and you listen to them to tell you their own issues. That's why it's called representation. You represent the view of the people, then you tell them what advocacy you're doing on their behalf. And you hear from them if they agree with your advocacy, or they will redirect you as to how you can advocate. So he was doing the right thing. It's called town hall meeting. And that's their function as legislative for representation. He does not represent his own view. He represents the view of the people. So if any fight, he's putting on the table for the people. And like Amy said, he had told the people, even before his election, if you elect me, this is what I'm going to do. They've elected him. And he have always been vocal, even up to 2024. The presidential elections, he was talking these same things. So he's doing the right thing. Someone can be doing the right thing, you condemn them. And he can talk to his colleagues. And that's why he even called his colleagues out. And true to his word, his colleagues responded. After he called them out, they responded. I didn't know that they had those meetings. He had to bring it out before they responded. And to your question, yes, the vice president can also advocate for his county. Come to think about it, he's vice president. Why? Because his people make him vice president, first of all. Not the entire country voted him overwhelmingly. So as much as he represents the entire country, he should not forget the ladder he climbed. So as much as he have said, time will out numbers, that his role as vice president is to not have a contradictory statement from that of the executive. If anything he have to say in the executive, but he can also influence things. And I know he got a good relationship with Yantuan. In fact, he's one of the reasons why Yantuan is senator today. So I want to assume every time you don't have to be the one talking it, you can support others to talk. And that's why it's about teamwork, it's about network. So once you support it, and I know the late senator, Brent Johnson too, always was vocal about this Mita stew and the counting up. Yeah.
So it's not about the vice president talking or not talking, right? The propaganda out there is that this is his county. He's the vice president. He's supposed to be the first to say these things, to talk to this senator and to do this one. And now that Yantuan is saying it, that means he doesn't care about the people of Nimba. So that's the point we're trying to make.
So I was just saying that being the vice president doesn't mean he cannot speak to national issues, but he has taken a position and he has made it clear that the fact that he is part of the executive and he's the vice president, he's not going to be more vocal. He will only speak when he's asked to speak, but he will speak in executive meetings and other things to voice himself. But he will not try to outshine the president. He has made that clear. So that I'm just saying that's his approach. But I'm saying as much as he has a very good relationship with Yantuan, and Yantuan being advocating these things, all of them being advocating these things, even Senator Brent Johnson. So I'm not just trying to say it's Yantuan alone who has spoken to these things. But now he's the voice that is loud. And so we can commend him for being there. or even Senator Johnson, before his demise, spoke about these things, right? So it has been long said. But again, the issue in the legislature is all about numbers. So you can be advocating for your people and other people who, now even in the county, they all have to make the decision. So when they make the decision and overwhelm you, that's it. You have to live with the result. Democracy, that's the side of democracy. The majority are not always right, but they're rude. And I'm trying to say, Yan Tuan voice could also be carrying the blessings of the vice president. So no one can just come out right and say because it's not the vice president's voice, meaning the vice president isn't involved. So I'm just trying to, put a hole in that notion or that propaganda.
Right. Pamela?
Look, anybody who will think that issue of that nature, that the vice president should not speak about it, then I mean they need to be reevaluated. Because the vice president is the second most powerful man in the country, and he is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, the whole republic. And sometimes I understand the diversionary attack that some of those guys then doing right now. This whole issue is about let's come and get the vice president. Yeah, let's come and get this vice president. They are leaving the core issue. That's the problem about. That's why Manaseri said. That's why our politics is so sentimental. It's so ugly. It's not leading the country anywhere. Because the issue that we're supposed to put our energy together on, and and fight to get rid of this too much of bad policies and other things that is affecting the country. We leave it and we go attack people. So today we have all of the good things that have been happening. In fact, this vice president is the one who the president of the Republic of Liberia, President Bouakai, mandated or dedicated tax to evaluate the state of the economy. This vice president is the one who did all and came back and reported to the president. Today we have rice price dropping, we have flour price dropping, and other basic commodity prices going down. And also, this is the same vice president again that the president gave his blessing to say, go to Nima County. That Koga today is a senator, is the president's blessing. And he went there and they planned the sedition hard to destabilize that whole place. Before the election, it did not work because the vice president was very instrumental, very mature and articulate and detail-oriented on the politics of Nima County. So the opposition only power they have is to always feed bad seed and negativity in there to distort the unity that the Nibarians have, because they are afraid. They are afraid that this vice president has what it takes, to take on the mantle, just how Elijah turned on the mantle to Elisha. So they are seeing it. For us who are biblical and a scholar in some yeah, to some extent.
I'm sorry.
To some extent.
Go ahead.
Amy, I beg you. Okay, for some who follow the teaching of Christ, who at least flip some pages in the Bible, we know how evil men always plan against good men. And we know how that days always end. Look, Jeremiah is blessed. You can go up and come down. You can turn it any kind of way. He is a blessed child. You can never take that. And that's the reason why he is very calm. You can see he does not go back and forth with people. He's one of the person who don't talk too much. He limited words, but in effect, he does his work. And that's the reason why he will see some of them, they will form more before 2026 finish. Some of them will crawl on their knee because the enormous work that this government is doing. As soon as the overhead bridge sent the machine, we went to renegotiate for the yellow machine today that will be coming hitting the country by the end of this year. They're angry because the vice president, the president has dedicated tax to his vice president. It's not like the previous government where the vice president and the president were longer hair. This is what they want for this government to be. But these two individuals that God has blessed Liberia with of Joseph, who brother sold him into captivity, and God bless him. And today he is a blessing to Liberia that he won't be angry with. And but that anger, the worst part about the whole anger is that the second man in command is another prophet again. So they say, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. If you are not reading that, then that means you get problems. So many of them will be in a delusional state. They will not wake up from age just now because you will not do any harm to the prophet of God, and you think everything will go free. But we are watching the show clearly. Jeremiah already said it. This issue, look at his statement. He said, I have said it over and over. The issue about accident method, we are not going to renegotiate any agreement with them until that particular agreement, the social corporate responsibility that they promised the Nimbadians, our people, until they are met. What more do you want for the men to say? So I don't know. They can go ahead and keep spinning and doing whatever they want to do, but in the end, good will always prevail over evil, just as light prevail over darkness. I agree. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you. So I guess we're moving on to our.
He answered the same question.
Mr. David.
Mr. Derek, tell me said Jeremiah said that rebel. But go ahead, Mr. Derek.
I don't really know. The first thing is to condemn family for calling Jeremiah Kun and Joseph and Jeremiah Kun prophet and call it they are not prophets. Then somebody
he didn't say they were prophets.
He said they are prophets. He said God said don't do my prophet no harm. They are prophets. That's what he said.
I can also say
no,
touch
they are not prophets.
And do my prophet
No, they are not prophets. There is somebody. I'm James. Jesus Christ, brother.
You James David, the man who had the
blood Jeremiah Kun now. Don't compare.
Mr. David, go to your issue.
The problem a big issue. The man not a prophet, he's a prophet.
The name Jeremiah is a prophetic
name. It's a biblical crown. He's not prophet.
We'll make a crown.
I'll make a crown. A biblical crown. There's no
go to the issue.
The Bible will close.
Mr. David, go to the issue.
So let me go to the issue now. The issue here is Jeremiah Kun need to double up. Jeremiah Kun want to become president. I don't know whether Joseph Boga will still want to be president or he will want to go as president.
I don't think so.
Joseph Boga said he's a packer and he's just parking. And most of his, when he packer in Maserado, in fact, the whole Liberia gets seesaw. It was forward dog, according to the Indian and about it. So most of the wire then get rusty. So some of the Indian in Joseph Boga now was incorrect because he was packed for 12 good years. Now the president is smart. He's not making Jeremiah Kun packer. He's giving him title, he's giving him obligation, he's giving him what to do. So tomorrow, so he can say he packed out of politics. They give me they want, you gotta go do it. They give me they want, you gotta go do it. I believe to myself, when most of the things happen, even the town hall meeting, if Jeremiah Kun just said I'm over the time they people go for a weekend, I think that the time is going to be taking country tour talking to people. Having I tell people that to get the money they eat, you gotta get money to travel in the country. Instead of them just saying over the year.
Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
You do know that Jeremiah Kun is the vice president, right?
I didn't say he's a vice president, but you can say that
of the country, right?
Huh?
Of the country, right?
Yeah.
And he's to support the president, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saying that when these senators go on break, he's supposed to get up and start doing county tour?
Yeah. You can still be advising the president no matter where you are. You can go on county tour because he won't be president. You gotta be talking with the people. You gotta get the town hall meeting you're talking about.
No, Mr. David, no.
Wait. So, Mr. Davis, this man is there for 6 years as a vice president. This is not a campaign time.
Yeah.
Why are you telling us that Jeremiah Kun need to leave the people's job and go be running campaign?
What job he leaving? Who people are going to
The
speak with?
vice president said, what do you mean? What job he's leaving?
Where's the job of the vice president? What the vice president office is?
Oh my goodness. I told you we needed to
It's determined by the president, Mr. Davis.
Huh?
And he has one role, is to sit in the Senate, serve as the president of the Senate, and all the other one comes from the president decks.
Then what?
The president decks. The president assigned, and we've been seeing president giving him assignment. One, he's negotiating with all of the various vendors to bring down prices. One, he's bringing yellow machine. Those are all assignments given to him by the president, and that's the role of the vice
That
president.
assignment, he are done with it. He's done with that.
No, he's not done with it. They're ongoing.
Because Senate go on
All of
break.
them ongoing, and that's the role of the vice president, Mr. Davis.
No,
He
doesn't get to go on break.
Family will tell you finish. The other people tell you finish, but want to tell you, okay, interrupt me, I'm not talking.
No, it's
we all can say the same. We all can say the same thing.
You don't have to.
Let Mr. David talk.
We have to give you. Maybe you're not getting the information.
I'm getting it.
If you're saying these things, then you're misleading the public.
I'm not misleading the public.
They're thinking that the vice president can get up on his own and go do his own thing without the president
No,
telling him.
I didn't say
because the Senate go on break. He's supposed to get up and go on break.
I didn't say you should get up on his own and go do the same and go do things. And I see, even in the previous government, I used to see Joe Howard visit Bon County a lot, visit our constituency a lot. So
because
it's
she didn't do anything. They were not letting her to do anything.
No, not that they were not allowing her to do anything. It's just that government, like how they establish that government, the way they want to use her, how they want to do it, the way they pass, when you say Joseph Baga,
Herself came out and said it, Mr. Davis. Herself came out and said it. I'm not saying it.
But I'm saying, Joseph Baga said, you're a packer.
But what does that have to do with Joel?
What's the issue? What's the issue?
The issue here is every representative, senator, they're going back. If the vice president can't even speak, let him speak through his brothers from the same county. Let him make sure if people in the same county, they are coming together. But if they start separating within the country, it will also create problem for him. No matter what happens in Liberia, everybody get a follower. People get follower. Not everybody in my country will do your follower. Like example, you get one of your brother went down established political party, which is Musa Belete. You get one follower there. He can use money to brainwash a lot of people because the people they don't care who they vote for. They don't actually care. Majority of the people don't care who they vote for. They only care what they can get today and how they can vote. And even the Nyato MN senator for 5 years. Senator na 5 years. That 4 more years he get to go. So that
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years, 2021.
See, I say you're misleading the people here, and you say you're not misleading people. Nyato Jack got voted senator after Jeremiah Kun won the vice presidency. That's Jeremiah Kun's seat that Nyato is occupying. So how is he president for?
But you let that 4 more years to go.
What are he ending Jeremiah's Kun's term? He hasn't been.
Okay. What are you complete 5 years already completed in his Senate term? Jeremiah Kun term. What are you completing? 4 more years.
But he hasn't been senator for 5 years though.
What are 2023, 2024, that 2 years, that whatsoever, that 2 years gone away. You only get 4 more years to go. 4 more.
You know,
Thank you, Mr. David.
I enjoy Mr. David.
That made progress. That made progress.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Judge Weir thing. So this edition, when there's something to welcome the head President George Weah back to the country, and before that, there was a communication put out there that every sedition lawmakers and everybody should gather to the airport to go receive the king. Well, coming back to the country, they should all partisans and everyone should gather there. That was after the government make the announcement that the MCC delegates were going to be in Liberia the same day, and then came President Weir announcement about he coming in the country, and all partisans and lawmakers and seditions officials you gather at the airport. And today was that day. Well, in Liberia, yesterday was that day. They gather at the airport, and as usual, they should don't gather somewhere without any scuffles, right? I'll be nice about it and call it that. So we witnessed the videos, they're long. I don't know if I can play them all. We witnessed a lot of videos about them throwing stones and tear gas were being, fires. And while we witnessed this video about the MCC people coming in and all of that, and guys, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over. And every time we talk about CDC and talk about George Weah, and George Weah has always been portrayed as this peaceful man, as this, that, and when we talk about George Weah, it's all about himself and not for the country. People attack you. People say this. For seeing these things today, and every time this man step in the country, what kind of verdict you want me to come up with him about him? But anyway, we'll start from you, Raymond, and come down.
I thought it was me. Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I will come after. Thank you. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Amen. When I saw that happening today, I felt bad for our country again. George Weah, he's the kind of person that used to sucker, cherry. So from day one, he loved for people to cherish him, cheer him up. He loved to see crowd. But he think that is a good thing. But he forgetting to know that his political career is damaging, because those people that behind him, that cherish him, they are people who are very disgruntled. Whenever they gather somewhere, there must be an issue. I gave example to someone. When Joseph Boakai, the president today, when he was a former vice president, he used to travel to that airport back and front. Nobody used to go and welcome him. Do you think that people don't love him? People love him. But when you are mature, you know how to do your thing. The former vice president, Eddie Johnson Sully, do you think that people don't still love her? People do love her. But no, she do her thing very common, lovely and respectful, because she know that international people are watching her. Today, former President George Weah was arriving. Let's forget about the guest that was coming up. Know that the airport is not for CDC, neither for United Party. The airport is where we have foreigners coming in our countries. We have people from different countries visiting Liberia. And then you expect the security to allow you to go to the Arafat gate with that amount of crowd? Do you think that everybody who was within that crowd went with good motive? No, not everybody go with good motive. There must be a restriction. But today, the CDC took that to be a different thing.
Always.
They started stoning the security. They started insulting one or two men. When one or two took the microphone to speak to them about the issue. No, they took that to be a different thing. Please, George Weah, you're supporting your political career every day. This man, he's the kind of person that left the country to do his own thing. He never went for Liberia. He went to his son's soccer game. He sat down, enjoyed his son playing Real Madrid. When his son scored on Real Madrid, he enjoyed all those things. When he was at the back, he was away. When his party headquarters was, all those things was going on in his party. But no, you guys took $100 each, 200 Liberty, now Land USD, and gave it to those people because they are jobless. Place them in bus, transport them, just to come out of the airport, to prove to the Liberian people that you still have crowd. It's not about politics.
Thank you. 30 seconds. Raymond? You then formulate Mr. Davis.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is something that we've seen the pattern time without numbers. The CDC and violence. Every time CDC want to hold a country hostage, for them it's either the CDC way or there's no other way. They have idolized an inept individual who has achieved nothing for our country except he has taken away, except for the football field, right? We all know that he represented the country so well. George Weah 11 is the best soccer team Liberia had. But courtesy to President Doe, who really supported soccer at the time, where the likes of him, Salinsa, and others came up very well. But after then, he has become president as well. He was not able to replicate it. So that's why today he had to come up with a lie saying he's not a soccer fan. When he was at another ceremony and he went to people and said he's a fan of, what's the guy named? King, Harry King, and says that he's a fan of soccer because he likes the way he plays. So man would just say anything at any time. But my point here is we have seen violence associated with the CDC time or outnumbered. There is no other political party that have ransacked another political leader and threatened to put fire on the house, on the motel building. They had to take the intervention of the army to go and save their lives. And that is Ellis Comey and the loudmouth, reckless Yaka Kolva. We've seen CDC with all kind of things. The last time they went to welcome President Weah again at the airport, we saw the police and the army people put up a line that they could not cross and to overwhelm the people, even though they had guns. The CDC and violence and chaos are synonymous. I want the government to come up with a regulation that no person, whoever, other than the state function, can have more than 5 persons accompanying them at the airport or receiving them at the airport. If they want to receive anybody, it should be off the airport grounds. Because the airport is our main port of entry. We receive all our dignitaries through the places. Business people coming to transact. That's the means they're coming through. And other Liberians, private citizens, going about their business. We cannot allow those kind of ceremonies to prevent people from having their free movement. The CDC love George Weah so much, they should have party headquarters. They should have other places they can gather. It should not be the airport. And we know that if the police and the security allow them to have their freedom, they will cause chaos. They have even threatened to burn down the airport because they assumed President Weah and President Barker was going to be using the executive lodge. They didn't know that it's for the president, the sitting president. So they threatened to burn that. So we know that when they say things, they follow it through. We heard that they were going to burn the Capitol building, and the Capitol building got burned. So we can't take their words for granted. And I want to give kudos to the police IG for being proactive, for securing the airport today, while the Millennium Compact people were in country and they had to use that place. Man, I believe CDC wanted to put up that kind of posture to make it look that the country is not governable, and even the American investing their money, but they do not know the American has more intelligence than they can ever imagine. So
thank
they
you.
were just on their puppet play.
So family, this CDC, some people was there today, as usual, propagandists. Why would the police, why would Gregory Coleman secure the airport, have more police present today?
Look, I mean, I am not surprised in the least by the unrefined, unpatriotic, barbaric, and insensitivity nature of many of those guys from the CDC. I'm not surprised, because this is a premeditated, well-calculated scheme to besmirch the good image of the country, because these folks knew fully well that the country was receiving delegation from the MCC compact. They knew fully well. And because this compact is a major accomplishment that the United Party and the city government can boast of anything that is positive in the interest of Liberian people, these opposition will always try to do things that will almost, show negative picture for the country. And you see today in many of the videos, somebody who was stealing the police and the police apprehended them. The only thing he had, Gregory Como is like this, Gregory Como is like this. All of them have one recitation, and everybody is just like, this vendetta against Gregory Como. Out of them, you never hear a sedition giving any remark without mentioning the IG or police. Never. So,
police.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I asked the question the last time. When President Weah was handing over power to President Boubacar, all of the police resigned too as well with him.
No.
The same police of yesterday is the same police of today. But I don't know how miraculously the police has turned from, imagine doing the citizen administration, even state security, especially the personal protective agency. Those guys were wearing CDC paraphernalia. They completely violated all of the laws of that agency. We saw that and we talked about it. So I don't know where these guys came from, how Liberia we get to this far, that no other political party will ever disrupt public movement or public peace or which are the political parties stand up there. You ever see entering the country and you have the kind of fracas and you have the kind of convoluted
nobody but the peaceful judgment.
Thing. And the only reason why they are doing that, it is because bunch of criminals who under the Weah administration were able. That's why the congressman, I always mention him, said that Josh Weah administration is a bunch of thieves. When he said they were,
Davis, are you sleeping? Please,
Mr. Davis will be sleeping, and then when you wake up, the last one you hear that you start with. But that's the problem. You see, when you have people that are considered to be kleptocratic and kakistocratic, bunch of thieves and bunch of unenlightened elements ruling the country as serious as Liberia. This is what exactly you get. They grow and they breed banditry. You see, bunch of bandits. That's why you see over there. So, because no normal human being under a democratic rule will continue to say on print and electronic media that Josh Weah is still their president. And they refer, imagine somebody today saying, Comrade Boubacar. Can President Boubacar be a comrade? I don't know where you guys think. I don't know. You guys become so delusional and so deranged. And I don't know what kind of a madness is this. So it's troubling. It's troubling because some of these guys, when you look at them, you want to caution a mental state, and people say, "Oh, the men, because the men agree with you. That's the reason why you." I said, "That's not because, but you will have to be reasonable enough to know that you are a young man and your youthful life is going down the drain because you have access to nothing. You have become a bootlegger. You just there singing unnecessary song, and some of you are aging in, sorry to say, in stupidity, aging in ignorance. And aging is something that you know fully well that it is not doing anything for you. You were not even in the affluence that you think you had before the CDC administration. You had access to nothing. It was just because some of you just believe in this, and I will say in the unnecessary song singing and name blaming. You're looking for everybody to put your blame on. But the situation now that is happening in the country, it is because many of the young people still have not discerned or discovered their purpose. Many of them don't know their potential. So in the end, they get for anything. I will not wake up as a young man who aspiring for greater and waste my time behind politician. Why? We do politics because it's a national duty. But when it comes to my own individual growth and development, I know that I will have to work hard and put in all the necessary energy to achieve my goal, but not to be used by politicians. Most of the guys that you see over there, they are only after that self-interest. Most of the former politicians and that you see them as lawmakers and are running around like they and making all the noise over there because they enjoy at the detriment of the popularity of President Weah. Somebody came to government without any knowledge, without anything, and they became multi-millionaire overnight. And today they're thinking that they will come back at the echelon of power to rob the Liberian people again. But we say unto them, woe unto you. You will not have the macro inch and the breathing air to come and think you germinate for a second round. No second round for you.
Thank you.
You continue to sing your song with a man who came and contradicted himself. I'm not a fan of soccer, but he went to watch soccer match. I'm not a fan of soccer, but he loved Hurricane. I don't even know where we are in this country. Even the leader is confused. Right?
So how can you not be a fan of something that you live your life, or should I say, make living off of?
Look, Ola Rotimi was right when he wrote in his book, "The gods are not to blame." In that book, there was a parable that he said, when the head of the horse dies, that horse becomes an empty shell. So if the head of a political institution can come and contradict himself, get look that entire house is empty. Nothing over there. If John Weah is like that, get know how a follower look.
Thank you.
I get back to you, Amy.
So, Mr. Davis, thank you. Let me wake you up a little bit. So I understand people trying to make it seem like if Mr. Weah was not a professional soccer player, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't make living off of that. I would say yes, what he said could be true. You can love somebody who played the game, but not necessarily you loving the game, right? Like, let's say I can be a fan of Family, love being a doctor or whatever, or let's say love to play basketball, right? I'm not a fan of basketball. I don't like to watch basketball again. I don't like to do anything I got to do with basketball, right? I never played a game before. So that, obviously, apparently, right there that I'm not a fan of it. But Family is a nice person. I like his charisma. I like his personality. I like his everything. So I'm a fan of Family. Because of Family, just because I like Family, I love to support him. And Family is a basketballer. I would say I'm not a fan of basketball, but I like Family. I support Family, right? That would make sense. But not something that I spend my life making money off of playing. And people go into, especially from Africa, go into those soccer because they love it. That's something that. So why would our professional soccer player, all the awards winning, something telling us that he's not a fan of soccer? What was that about? And what happened today too? You can rub it all in there.
It's almost like Mr. Davis saying, I can eat dog, but I can drink the soup. That's the story there.
Maybe we don't have time to play the Joe Weah tape. I wanted for you to play the Joe Weah tape. You have time.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll play him.
Because from the Joe Weah tape, it can answer all the questions. All the people that were under the ring, getting sick, doing all kind of things. What did Joe Weah want to go do? He said it loud. I want to go watch my son to see how he get their contract. He didn't go for you. He didn't go for anything. He didn't go for the country. So why would I make myself sick? Some people walk from Ralphie to Central Monrovia.
Can you imagine? For what?
Some people walk from Central Monrovia, they wanted to go there. Some people children they were among the people. The problem here is one thing in Liberia, when we're coming all as you were in high school in the early 90s whatsoever, they say you all be the future leader. We'll all be our future leader. I believe in Liberia, you don't need to know, you don't need to be educated to become senator or representative. You can become senator or representative when you can maybe say the wrong thing or say the right thing. Because that country, as it is Liberia, as it is, they don't let good people. They've been singing some. Monkey calm down. We'll kill people for back or rap. We'll put people on firing squad. They put people on fire. They've been singing. Monkey calm down. He kill my pa, he kill my man. You do all the other one there. You're different like Waka one. You're different like Jowea one. So all those songs. We go sit down in the church, so we pray for Liberia. So now I get confused. What are Liberians doing? They say they pray. When you sit down, you eat group. You came my mind, came and powerful for you. Then you go sit down when the police come in now for your sit down, go your mind power under. You come for your sit down, then you say, hey God, please help boy, please help. Then you're going to harass the American people. Oh, the 14 out come to America help her, America save her. But you forget to know you kill your mind, kill your power. You come to kill you now, then you complain. So this is how the grand people look. I was so that kind of way at our airport today. If our police commander, just commander at our airport, all the ministers then they will go stand behind the line. They will not even come here the terminal. All of them, all the government officials will go behind the line. Because when go there, they can do all the same thing. Why they can do it to them? Are they different? They're former government officials. They're not official government. They're not go there for official duty. It's like all the one call as a minister, all the one you can go wait for job. We are go see a song to sign contract. Then who do people are? So I don't really understand that. Where they're coming from, where the problem is, I don't understand that. But if our commander at our airport, police commander at our airport, our police commander, if you sack me, every person will sack me. Because I will do it to the full of my ability.
Thank you. So Raymond, today, like the Mr. Davis said, you had people saying that first the airport, right, is a place that's supposed to be secure. People are getting in that plane going up in the sky, right? The airport is not somewhere that you just let anybody. Planes can be hijacked, planes can be tampered with, and all of those things. And you have people like that, individuals like that are so drunk with an individual in their veins, and that they will want to even put their own life because they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to show. So they will stand there and say they will do this, they will do that, and try to put their own life at risk and say things and stuff like that. Why should you allow those kind of individuals to crowd up an airport like that because in the name of I'm coming to work on my political leader and acting like even if it was a campaign time, it's the airport or a rally or party headquarters that individuals should gather like that just to only one person to infringe on other people's rights of movement and everything.
So I mean, it's an issue of national security. Every airport I ever travel, it's a highly secure zone.
Right.
Our airport people are doing serious surveillance, observing what's happening, checking people who come in and out for drugs, whether some people are terrorists and all of that. We can't allow distraction when security risks at our airport. Again, everywhere CDC gathered has been chaos. CDC have fought with almost every political party in our country, where people died, people got hurt. CDC and when Bromskins was leaving, CDC and LP had a real clash. Police had to intervene. When Omir were in our country, CDC were the only people that had a real clash with Omir, and they claimed that somebody died, or even fired. CDC is not a party that you allow them to gather on the airport. Whatever people say, I think this government should come up with a procedure that not more than 5 persons can gather, except it's a government event at the airport. No matter who you are, not more than 5 persons can gather, because this airport is a secure area. Other places, when you come in, you even look suspicious. They're going to take you into another room and screen you at the airport. That's why drugs come in our country to catch drugs at the airport. We can't allow such things to be happening at our airport. The airport should be highly secure. So we cannot be allowing people to gather in the name of party gathering at the airport. That's not a no-go zone. So I just hope this government can learn her lessons and put the right things in place. Whether this government, whether Unity Party, whether ANC, communists that are calm like a lamb, more than 5 persons should not gather for him at the airport.
Right. So probably the same thing here. And we heard other people saying that, oh, the security told us we couldn't go this way. And they told us to take out our party, something during our time come to. Jesus help me. We would do this one, we'll do that one. Is that what we're supposed to be telling our people to go back to vote for? for people that bunch of people who are never thinking about Liberia's time, but it's always our time, which is our political leader time to make us look like fools, to make us suffer, to make us go through the something and make the country go through all of this problem. We want to bring them back our time. When is this going to be Liberia's time that people think about that? Oh, this won't have to happen for the country and not the other political party time, the other party time, and the other individual time.
Amen. That's one of the reasons politics in our country will not even make some of us want to join a political party, because the way a lot of times politics is conducted in our country is not in the interest of the general public. People looking at a segment that I belong to and what happens for that segment. And one political party that make even me thinking of being a partisan of so distasteful is the CDC. Their rationality is not about country. It's about an individual and those of them who are seditious. Politics is about the country's interests. What your opinion and your perspective on how achieving it for the general well-being of the population, how the country go forward. Not your party. Your party is just a vehicle.
Seriously.
But the objective is the country, but a lot of them don't see that. That's why they idolize an inept individual who can talk tap. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't understand the brains of sedition, to be honest. I don't understand how they rationalize things. I just don't get it.
Look, Amy, things will get better over there, because everything you see in this country, people think that they can hide behind the Constitution to carry on, and some of their indecent activity. The free movement of people always want to quote Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution, Article 5. They always quote all kind of constitutional provision about free movement. But if the movement of a political grouping or pressure grouping, in fact, those are caught occultic or I don't even know, sir, because this is not a structured political institution. Political parties are guided by morals. They are guided by norms. They are blended with culture. But you see a political party where people idolizing human beings that have exhibited nothing but huge level of maladroitness. You think that kind of a political party, that party you take seriously? In fact, they are not a full-fledged political party anymore. They don't have a standard headquarters. They are squatting somewhere. So I don't even consider them. I'm glad the political leader said he's back in the country now, so that they can, quickly expedite the building of their new political party headquarters, quote unquote. Good for them. But until the young people in whose idea, in whose vision they think is embedded in the former president, can realize and wake up from whatsoever slumber they are on, those guys will remain encapsulated in this unshakable chain of delusion, that they will not even realize that they are encapsulated until before they wake up from that sleep, it will be too late for them. And look, there are a lot of things that they could do right to give the mojo that the party always stood on. They always consider the party to be a grass, and it's a grassroots and a political movement. It's everybody movement. But why is it not showing semblance of grassrooting? Why? Why has it always only show posture of violence? Why has it always show signs that they are incapable of governing themselves? Because even the leaders that take them, that cluster the people in buses, that move them from one location to another, do not have control over them. Imagine you say you're going to receive a peaceful man, a man of peace, and you carry stone in bags to stone police.
Right.
Where in the world do you see that happening? Let's check right now. Who told you that there are not people who are more influential politically in our sub-region? Who told you that? But do you see people moving on the airport to go work on it in such a manner and form and wanting to even agitate to assault the state police just because their so-called political leader is coming back to the country? I don't even get it. And until the rotten tooth is pulled off, the mouth must chew with caution. Until we can, see and revisualize that for us to know that Liberia is moving in the right direction, we have to think. We have to change our thinking in the way in which we address situation in our country. We will not go nowhere, and that's why you continue to see recycled politicians, because the same people who today abusing the opportunity they're having today will be the same people that will turn around and say something different tomorrow. You remember, Liberia is on record for slogans. Liberia is on record for slogans. Anytime you see Liberia, you always check the record. They'll tell you, you came mama, you came papa, we'll vote for you.
Check the record.
You
the records are there.
They get it there. So Liberians are on record for singing slogans. So they say, I don't know, Nete Womo born who born so your and Mr. David know all that in there. And you heard they see Liberians saying, our past, sorry, we made mistake. The other one say, Moke Kana. So the slogans are always, germinating from every corridor in Liberia, and we are on record for that. So today, the slogan they are singing, tomorrow they will change that slogan to another one. But be as it may, the interest of the country should always be put first above all individual interests. Yeah. That's the only way Liberia will develop. Liberia want to come home, but every time we look on the news, every time we watch the print and electronic media, we see the population, that the people depending on that, they are the future leader of the country. They are still in dismay. They are still confused, not showing any sign of maturity, not showing any sign that they have elevated their standard. With all the free education job we are getting, many of them still, I don't know how the free education went in that country and they behaving in the manner and form in which they are behaving. But I get back to you, Amy.
Thank you. Mr. Davis?
You are muted, Mr. David.
Yeah, I had to mute you because it felt like I know someone was crying behind. Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm at work. But
yeah, y'all hearing noise from behind you.
The reason I told you people before, the airport is not a political ground. It's not where you carry politics. When people working at that airport, they will tell you, don't bring your politics here, because people's lives involved. One political mistake we made, you will kill 200 or 200 plus people.
Absolutely.
So airport is not a political ground. Especially they had the MC and the NCC people, all kind of people, or the airport at our hotel today having our program. Then they're causing that heavy noise, beating power, bleeding blood. Maybe somebody just go to the window. Let me see what's going on outside there. They met from America and say, oh, people protesting. We are at the airport, they are protesting. And the people can quite protest. Even some people, they're entering the country today, maybe they come with the same people. They will be protesting. They think that's a common thing. That VIP launch, they have protests for it. They wanted to burn it. They had the other people burn you ban on Broad Street because they say that President Bailey, they burn it. That fine black thing on Broad Street. Okay, so like anyway, that we the one Bailey play, that we the one going to burn it. So in case the people that build the entire airport, they want to burn it too now. Then where you will get airport air? The problem here is you never build it with your own money. If you want to make a private airport,
exactly.
Go face a private airport where you can carry 200,000 people. Government only put people there to buy like all they're going to do so you can bring terrorists in. So that how I looking, but the airport is not place to be politics. The job we can say come over and say you want 200,000 people, you will get there. It's popular. You can get there. So there's no need for you to carry a bunch of people to the airport to go sit down there and do what thing. And I play there like only 1 or 2 persons through. In fact, it's sort of enter. In the VIP, when you're not traveling, you're not going to enter there. Joe, we have a protocol team with him. You get people with him that will come do a passport, they will come do what they want. So all the people that are sending us that they're having interview, they government, this one, the other representatives are football, all of them speaking, what they call the government, so being your district, doing some work for your district. Saying on reset. And now go to the airport, you're sitting there with big suit, you want to enter the airport. That's what I told you people. If I was security to that airport, they will not enter. I'll put them behind the line, they can put everybody behind the line. All of them gotta go behind the line. No minister, no nothing. If you can't power, you want to fire me in your business. But I will put you behind the line. Because I see the way they're doing things now, there's possibility they will not get good police. The way they fire plenty of police, the people coming back again, the old police people, then they put in a lot of them in the system. They will come again, move the people one there and put those parties in there. And at the end of the day, they can't do the work. Thank you.
Thank you. So, let me play the video you wanted us to play first. And then, so today we also had, while we play this video, maybe after that we'll talk about it.
I play the game. I'm not a fan.
Say that.
A player that you like to see play, one that impresses you
This is
in particular?
This is
Yeah.
a funny something else.
That's one of my players I love. I'm a fan of.
This is the wrong one, guys.
The first one played at the red one.
Yeah, I think they didn't finish it. They tried to play with it one here. But anyways, today we saw Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala at the, what was that thing again called?
United Nations.
Yeah.
United Nations.
He was sitting there while the president was talking, and with other Liberian dignitaries, right. So people try to turn that into something else again. Whenever you're no longer in CDC, you're bad. But whenever you're there, there's nothing anybody can say about you that is true, right? That they will agree to. But when you're no longer there, then they see all of the flaws that you have. So today, people running around saying that Thomas Fala, the UP or opposition called him this, he was a thief, he was this one, he was there. They were calling Tifa, they did all the one, but today they whining and dining with him. They did not come to rescue. They just wanted to get in to do the same thing and same something. So what I see with that is, well, I would like you to something on it first before I come in with my say. So maybe somebody will speak my mind. But go ahead, Alex. Let's start with you on that. What do you say to that?
Thomas Fala, the issue of Thomas Fala at the United Nations, he's a deputy speaker, so he was selected. Like you said, he was once a citizen and decided to support this current, government. Mm-hmm. I think one thing I told someone one time, you see the Kisi, the people from Lofa, they respect their uncle. They respect, it's a tradition. That tradition can never be broken. So all those things that citizens saying all kind of things, Thomas Fala listening to it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for our government at this point?
It's not a good thing. Because let me say this. Thomas Fala stole from the people from his district that you were in Maserado, and built school and placed it in his name, not in the district name. Mm-hmm. He having Tifa and he having Tifa University. But to my ultimate surprise, to see him within this present government, and people are praising him now, no. It's a red flag.
Thank you. Raymond?
So to be honest, people with bad character, if Tifa was running for any elected position right now, I won't be supporting him. But right now he's elected. So what can I do with an elected person? I will only pray that he can change and do the right thing. So I won't judge him. I won't judge him for his past. His past is established. We all know Tifa wasn't rich. All the things we complain about. But if these corrupt lawmakers Should we allow them to just be corrupt and do whatever they want, or can we advocate and hold them to a certain standard that they can improve and do better for the country? So if Tifa, as much as he's corrupt, can change and do good, I won't call him bad because he did it in the past. I'm not making no excuses for him for what he done in the past. But they're being elected constitutionally for 6 years. So if a man had 6 years, I cannot remove him from office. I can only hope that he can do the right things, even though he has some steam behind him. And everywhere in the world, people are given an opportunity to change and be better. People are not judged perpetually for their wrongdoing. So even our politicians, even George Weah, if George Weah want to change, even though he done a lot of wrong when he was president, and do the right things, I will commend him for doing the right things. I won't say always hold him because he stole money from the Liberian people.
Thank you. Pamela, yeah, 1.5 million on that. What do you think?
Look, for that, I can't even dwell too much on it because we already know the political culture that we have in Liberia. If it is not on your side today, you criticize it. But he has said it all. Tomo Fala himself has already blown his own trumpet. He said, "Don't worry about those crocodiles under the bridge. I was there before, so I know how to deal with them." He is the deputy speaker of the House. And more besides, it is still the prerogative of the president to unify every facet. Look, when Jesus himself was on earth, he did not even go for the righteous. You know that. He did not come for the righteous. For all those people who have blemish. Now those people who are passing around claiming that they are without blemish. That's the reason why when they even went after that woman, he said, "You be the first to cast a stone, you that have had nothing on you." But all of us have something in our closet. Let us not try to always judge so that we ourselves will not be judged. But here's the thing again. This is politics.
I agree with that, but thank you.
That is politics. And the president has the right, that, as I said, he has the prerogative to put whosoever he wants on his entourage. And more besides, no politician in Liberia is clean. No politician now in Liberia is clean.
Let's move on. Mr. Davis, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
The 1.5 million.
Here is the issue. We consider Tomo Fala as a criminal, as a rule.
Mm-hmm.
Now he joined a political party that had riot in Lofa County. But we should look at the culture of Lofa County. The politicians of Lofa County, they say they play where you can hang your clothes to get dry. They play they can go for. That's the mandate from Lofa County. For the senior senator, Kebla Kuto.
Mr. David, I disagree with you. I'm from Lofa County. That's not the ideology of Lofa County. That's Kekula Koto. So please ascribe it to him and him alone.
Kebla Kuto, your father.
No, he's not our father. That's not true.
But who told you the father the children always have the same agreement?
No, that's not true. He's just one person from Lofa County. That's why I say ascribe that statement to him because he made it. But that's not a statement of the county. You cannot take one person's statement and ascribe it to an entire county.
Do the same thing. Senior deputy speaker.
So every representative from Lofa County have done that. How many representatives from Lofa County you know? That you would take two persons.
Ain't finished.
No, but I mean, I will not allow him to. I'm from Lofa County. I can't allow him to degrade my county in such a manner. Let the man correct his own statements.
Amen.
You can't insult a county.
This papi. This papi was not educated, but he used to go play recording to do. Don't hear the people say.
Who told you Kefla Koto wasn't educated?
Wait, let me finish now.
Let Mr. David you come out.
Well, you can hear your clothes to get dry. You don't forget about it. What? So, when Tomo Fala should be prosecuted. But I can't see anybody persecuting anybody in Liberia because all of them are the same. The small, the big, the wow, the represent the senator, all of them can steal. Because none of them they will not say we will persecute the other person or will not persecute the other person. But
Thank you.
if for example, CDC having to come to power, I'm
God
predicting
forbid.
if CDC having to come to power,
Knock on wood.
there will be a scaffold in Liberia. Because if you want to persecute and you persecute the wrong people, there will be a scaffold.
Thank you. So this is my take on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with some of the things that you all say that, oh, especially if I'm like, oh, you cast the first doing all of that thing. Spare me all of that, right? Someone for that guy stain, a lot of stain on him. And when United Party was in opposition, they saw that. They were going for election.
I mean, you don't have any evidence about that. Nobody has evidence
Let
about
me
any.
finish my own. Nobody was looking for evidence when they were saying it. So let me finish my own.
Just
So
all baseless accusation.
they saw everything, they campaigned against him, right? They pointed everything out about Thomas Fowler, especially my favorite Senator DeLong. We all saw it, we pointed it out, right? And then the Liberian people came, even Senator McGill and Senator Bill Twilight. We told them these things. These people were not good for you. They had Senator McGill, then they did a lot of things that stopped jobs from coming to this country. They robbed people, they said they did all of this. What did the Liberian people do? What did the people of Foya do? They elected Thomas Fowler. After that had happened, the president had no choice but to work with him because he's the deputy speaker. The only place I would have problem with the president, if there was a GSC report, if there's some kind of evidence, something that came up and they said Thomas Fowler should be prosecuted and he's standing in the way and stepping on that from happening, then I would have a problem with him. But until then, the senator had no choice but to work with Senator McGill. He had no choice but to work with Bill Twilight. He had no choice but to work with Thomas Fowler. Because why? The people of Liberia, their constituent, that county, that district, elected them. There's nothing anybody can do about that. You will not say, oh, because of what I know about this person or what I feel about them, I will keep them in the dark. I will not work for them, even though with them, because even though the Liberian people voted for them, that district voted for them to represent them, because I know they are thieves, because I know they are this, I will not work with them. You cannot do that. That's the representation they sent there for you to work with. And until that or the report or whatever report can come out and they indict them and they take them to court and the president step on it, then I have a problem with him. Or an accounting step on it, then that's the time I have a problem with them. That shouldn't be happening. It doesn't matter because he's working with you or because he's your kinsman. So now you will see him to be a clean person, or you want to make him to like Dylan did to Musa Belede, want to turn him into Paul, but he refused to turn to Paul. He said so. We will not do that. But by the president working with Thomas Fowler right now, he's not wrong for doing that. He has no choice but to do that right now. So all the people that are running around and having want to turn it into something, or hypocrite, I want to turn it into something wrong with them. It's like they're telling us that when we knew that Josh Weah was not fit, him and his lieutenant, the McGill, everybody was not fit. But they were there. They were stealing our country. We knew it, right? What could we do? They were elected to be president and the president appointed them. We had no choice but to live with it, but to work with it. That's the same thing with Thomas Fowler right now. So nothing anybody can do about that. Whoever want to turn that around, they'll just be doing it for politics. That's it. They're not being honest with themselves. That's all I want to say on that. Thank you. Anybody want to come in with anything else before we do our closing on that? No? All right, let's start our closing. Alex, let's start from you.
Yes, so in my closing statement, Liberians, let us think twice and know that those people that were killing ourselves for, got politicians, they are doing it for their own interests, not the interests of the Liberian people. Let us pray that one day God will direct a rightful leader to our country. Right now, we get one of the, I can call him the best leader, President Joseph Boakai. Everything that I voted for him for, I'm saying that it's working. Whenever people criticize a government official, he suspend them right away. He's not looking at the past government when we talk, we used to talk, our mouth will pass all the way behind our ear, and our president will now be suspended. And another thing, the judge that was formed within District 17, they need to really do a good investigation, because there was a judge, a huge judge, a quantity of judge that was pushed right on the airport, and the name of Finda Bono name was mentioned during the regime of George Weah. Up to now, we don't know what that story. Till to this day, God could have a amount of quantity was catch within District 17. So, people that say this government is not working, I will tell you the truth. They are actually working. And my people that selling in down water side, everything, give people change. They are about to expand the road. I saw the ladies, they were praying, we don't want to do Hopo Joe where we want work. We understand. When development comes, people have to cry. Before development take place, give this government a chance to do their job. Please, young people, don't be carried away by politicians. Little or nothing. Focus on your career path and give this government a chance. Thank you.
Mr. Davis?
Yeah, to get close, Liberian people don't gotta read things, and we gotta read birth. Just how when you go to church, they say, I think I call you need to get what thing. To get salvation, why you need to be born again, right? Liberian people need to be born again. When Liberian people born again, they will make the right decision. They will not vote for people they need to vote for.
I think this is what Ellis was talking about.
They kind of people that can bring example like drugs that they should be executed. They're not to keep them.
Jesus is law.
Not just that, because the people you killing a lot of people. People die on the street. So how they call you? Why your crime? You like bring the drugs for the people to die. Why your crime?
Life imprisonment.
No, execute. Then the other people will not follow the steps to bring drugs, because you know that they can. Because life imprisonment, another president can come and be like your brother to free you. Execute the man, and next time you will never see it. You will never see the president. Even my own brother gets in execution. He the one bring the drugs. I would not condemn government for that. But Liberian people, we are Liberians. We let wrong people that can do wrong. You see, Mary Yagakol like on the street, causing president, you see a follower behind him. And most of the people that can be following him, these are children that are going to university, that are going to college. Why will you follow somebody that don't even go to school? To be a bodyguard, you on the street, in a car there, you're singing behind him. What is mean of you going to school? What is change you want to go do in school? Most of the young people that are coming on now, they're not looking for no change. They don't care. They don't care what happened to them, because I see most of them they're taking the drugs, so they don't really care. Then the worst thing they can say, you are future leader. What kind of future leader? You taking drugs, you will be future leader. You filing Yere Kolba will be future leader. But Yere Kolba get crowd, get people. People that come from university, they can be behind Yeke. People that from foreign university, they get master's degree, they can be behind most of the laws, because they're most of the former president or whatsoever. People are to the airport today, most of them, you need to have 30 or 80% are college graduates. What is thing you want to go do in school to change your life and change your state of your family? You go in the ring today for you to get sick. It raining on you. You wet. Then you send it there. Then looking for you, tear gas you. Or unfortunately for you, police arrest you. Because the people that are throwing stone, you will be one of them they catch. Maybe they around you. Then you get good beating, then you go to jail tonight. So what is good deal about that? What is you going to school to exercise all those stuff? It was not necessary. We need to change our behavior. We need to change our the culture system of Liberia.
Thank you.
Because the government not persecuting people, everybody go free. So it will continue. To me, I don't think anything will happen to anybody say.
Thank you. Formula.
From WW.
Mr. Davis, thank you. You know, King Henry said a good guest is that person who knows when to leave. So what a great show. It's always good to be on. Yeah. And for our people who one way or the other stay up to follow us on this media, we want to say thank you. We appreciate your effort. And continue to do those three things. Leave a comment. If you come across this video, share to at least 5 persons. And also subscribe to the page. You know, invite other people to follow the page as well. We are both on YouTube and on Facebook. Liberia Watch News, right? So just follow the show, and we'll always be here. Liberia problem is everyone's problem, and there will always be a problem, and nobody should think that there will be no more problem if the person who you believe in, or the person or a political party or leader who you believe in assume responsibility of the country. Think there will be no more problem. There are always been problem, and there will always be problem. But when this problem arises, people find ways to solve them. So for me, I've always encouraged young people not to revert their energy into showing face or to using invective or getting into paracetamol argument over something that have no substantive basis. I always encourage them to use their ingenuity to critically analyze issue scrupulously and meticulously with logic and tolerance. We are losing esteem on our tolerance. Many of the young people find their voices heard through arrogance and gesticulation, through arrogant posture, and this is not the sweet land of liberty that will long be ours. In as much as we want to maintain that sweet land of liberty, we must be inclined to know that the future awaits those who prepare for it. You have to prepare yourself for it, both physically, mentally, morally, spiritually, and every other way, financially, everything you have to include it on there, so that when the future comes, you will be prepared and stop being used by politicians when they have their families and their kids and everybody abroad. You see that many a times people sit and threaten the security of the states, but they don't have their children, their wives and their children are not in the country. But they use all of the threats. If anything goes wrong over there, as always, they say when 2 elephants fight, that the grass is going to suffer. And we don't want to go back to that state, because some of us, we've had a lot of families back home, a lot of investment back home, and we want for Liberia to be that sweet land. When the Portuguese first came, they say, behold, the land of milk and honey. And when Liberia was referred to as the Green Coast, the Marigator pepper, and there was a lot of trading going on. We want for Liberia to be that evergreen, flourishing ground, that generations to come, there will be, anything that comes from Liberia should be, prosperous, not for a ground or seed planted with bitterness and hatred. That is not the country that we want. So politics aside, let us put Liberia first. Let us pray for good health of our leaders. Let us pray for stability, because the only way that even that politics that we're preaching can manifest is when we have a stable country. So thank you very much, Amy. I agree back to you. Have a good night.
Amen. At least before we go, I just sent you a video. Can you play that video at the end? Then we can just go. I want everyone else to laugh. I just sent a video to you.
Every man do it closer.
So again,
Can you mute? I think people in.
Okay, mute me.
Again, let us not get weary of speaking truth to power, speaking about the ills that affects all of us as a people. Liberia belongs to all of us, all Liberians. And Liberia will be better when every Liberian can benefit from what Liberia has. And let us hold our national leaders, our local leaders, whoever, even ourselves, to a higher standards to improving our country. For the number of years we've existed as a nation, we do not have much to show for how much God has blessed us. We are one group of people that are really blessed with so many things, but we haven't utilized our blessings to our advantage so that we can meet our desires. But it's all not lost. If we start to do the right things, we start to hold one another accountable, even our friends. When they lie, we call them up. When they make mistakes, we correct them, and encourage each and every person to strive to do better, including ourselves. Every minute we have in a day, what are we doing with it? There are people in Liberia who do not have jobs. We understand, but Liberia have felt our soul. When you plant pepper, it will grow. You plant bitter oil, it will grow. You plant potato grains, you will get potato grains to sell, and you will get potatoes in the ground to eat. There are a lot we can do. You can do coal. Everybody need coal every day. There are many things you can do. Do not sit and wait for heavens to send manna. They stop having it since the children of Israel were going through the wilderness. God will give us life. God will give us energy. God will give us a brain. And sometimes God will create difficulties. But in the difficulties, we can, if we use what God gave us, we can find a solution. That's called blessings. Liberians, we are blessed. Let us utilize our blessings. Let our blessing turn to a curse. Thank you. It was good being here as always.
Okay, thank you. Well said, Raymond. Thank you, everyone. Let's see the video there. Is this it?
Yes.
Alex. Who is?
Other people went to AMI hospital to teach a result around, but the hospital remained committed to doing what is right. So Grandpa Como, Waka, Joseph Waka, Jeremiah Kum, were put in place. We will do it the legal way, and we'll show to the Liberian people that we are the right political party.
How do we intend to put the the current president in his place? When you say you're putting your place,
we're putting in place democratically, legally. We have won everything.
Do you think former President Weah can come out of power?
President George Weah will be elected October 2029. It's not a magic; it's a reality. I mean, you drive along the road, you are a journalist. Getting you to interview with the people along the road, the Liberians are disappointed.
But we think you just opened a Pandora box. In terms of President Weah coming back to power, and President Waka is doing not enough for the Liberian people. Are you seeing? I'm seeing the level of development, the construction of.
Show me one project. Show me one project that the Unity Party government has initiated.
Have you seen the construction of the Tower Airport?
Have
you seen the MCC corporate delegation just arriving at Ever now?
What do you call delegation? Who initiated the MCC operation today? Who initiated it? That is citizen-led government. All the roads today that citizen. I want you to show me one project that the Unity Party-led government has initiated by themselves. If you show me that today, I resign today.
Road maintenance on the southeast. Road maintenance.
Oh, you agree that government are continuity? So why you took us from there when we were doing better? Why you took us from there?
Then look at the southeast road.
I mean, you can lie to come to power, but you can never lie to maintain power.
Let's look at the southeast road. Let's look at the southeast road. It's being made. So today you can pick up from Morovia and have access to Maryland in 8
I mean,
hours.
have you traveled right here to Freetown?
Our Innisfail
Is
is
that
a
why
few
you
days.
call road?
Just 2 weeks ago, our Innisfail is.
Why you rode on?
So that's what I'm saying. It's a Pandora Park. We need time to.
I mean, we are telling you that
expand
President
on that.
Okay, invite me on Spoon. Okay. Tell me some water spoon to invite me there.
Okay, we'll do so.
Is that what? Because it's long. I don't think we can play the whole thing.
I just want us to look at Safoko. That's it. Just listing.
He's delusional. Like I can't believe this guy. Show me one project that he has initiated.
Safoko is one of those comic character. I think we need to make a cartoon out of him now because he carried himself. That's the reason why the coach can't even sit down on his collarbone. You see the coach all falling off because he's always far from reality. Just how Mr. David can sit and be sleeping with his hair. That's Safoko there. He's nodding. National TV.
These people behave like every one of them are doing a competition of who can please we are the best, who can say the most idiotic thing to please we are the best, to look good in we are at. When I see them talking, that's what I get from them. As a lawmaker, if you sit there and talking about, oh, show me one project that he had initiated. So if somebody initiated and then do it in 6 years, what good is that to it? Our hip hop money?
But it doesn't even make sense.
The person who comes and complete it and give the people some relief, he doesn't get the credit. But
wait a minute,
pen on paper or somebody.
The journalists were right that he opening a lot of Pandora boxes, and he just, I don't know whether he understood what the journalist meant by saying you are opening Pandora boxes. He opening a lot of Pandora boxes. Why will you, a lawmaker, be so insensitive to stay on with the media and tell the media that President Baka should show one single project they initiated?
They don't know.
Does that even make sense to you yourself? So the project that was initiated by the Unity Party during the time you people came to power, what did you do? Nothing. And then you say you initiated that project for 6 years, and now you want the current government to leave all of the projects that you already initiated. You say you initiated all our multiple projects you initiated with the taxpayer money. You said they should leave it and then go start a new project. And then, this is the same old arcade mentality.
But let me just come in. Let's take their argument for it. Then CDC, one of the projects that they achieved was the Invisible Park.
That's all.
The 14 Military Hospital. And all the other projects did not achieve. Bali Island never achieved, and other things. So the CDC, all their 6 years, they did not achieve anything because everything they did, including the road fund, everything they ever did with the road fund was initiated by the Unity Party. But the Unity Party initiated the road fund. So all the money they got from the road fund to do anything was the Unity Party. And all the other projects that George Weah did, excluding the ones that I mentioned, were all Unity Party projects. But the essence of government is continuity. Have a plan to execute. So that kind of lazy argument coming from a guy like himself, calling himself lawmaker, but that's the problem with our country. Those who are our national leaders are ill-educated. They can't understand. They don't even understand what governance is. And this is the man you call an honorable man. What do you get out of such a thing? Garbage in, garbage out.
Office boy or Munapenon, because Munapenon died, they say, oh, they want continuity. Since he got it, asking that he show one signature project.
People are just not complaining.
Don't talk about that. Then he say he asking President Bola to show one project that he initiated. Then he show one project that he himself initiated in his own district, so we can know. You couldn't even pay rent. You couldn't pay rent for the area that you are even taking the court for that. The news were on the media here. You are dragged to court, and then that he the one coming here today. They got it's just another lousy.
They got everybody competing for. So
it's easier to talk. Opposition, easier to talk. He said, why you take off on effort? You're not doing nothing.
He said if we're doing better. Who told you are doing better? Just because you initiated something or you put pen to paper on something, that means you're doing better? So why didn't you build the overhead pass something then? Why is the RIA road still looking like that? You touched it when they were coming to campaign time. Then you call that doing better? Like what
The one
man?
that during campaign time.
That constituent, the reaction, and these are the people that listen to. That's what the sound, the way they sound. That's what the reason.
So even when they're talking about community role, that's the one initiated. That Ellen Johnson government initiated community role. So that was projected at that project.
Man, people are stuff. I don't even be giving these, like you said, because somebody was in somebody's office, so you're just make him the person not there again. Like,
and we made a wrong decision from that district.
You from that district? You voted for him?
I'm from Matari. Oh, Matari Estate. And we go bring stranger in the district, which are Monopena. Monopena was stranger.
Sorry to hear that. But he's
Monopena
already
from Bannersville.
You gotta deal with him. So thank you everyone for watching, for commenting, for coming, for being here with us. Thank you for all of you who are not commenting or who did not comment. We still appreciate you. Like I'm always there, continue to share the show, comment, please like, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. So just push your finger on that thumbs up. That's what we will do. Support.
We need to change the term of representation.
We thank you. God bless you for being here today, and we pray that tomorrow, God's willing, you'll be here with us to also talk and discuss like with that. We say thank you and see you guys willing tomorrow. Thank you for watching the Night There, Shane. Bye-bye.